It's nice to be here for a wish.com Tippy stream.
Again, it is the legend. Again, I am here for you when Tippy has failed you. I'm a dog girl, so today I love everybody unconditionally. Hello! Periodically, I'm going to cough and pretend that I need a vape. My asthma has nothing to do with the black mold on my wall.
Your AC breaking is God punishing you for not being a good Catholic girl and pumping out 6 kids by age 30.
Bro, there's no fucking way. Dude, what's up? Welcome in. Thank you for the both King and Exiled for the 100 biddies. Thank you guys. Welcome in. What's up? Creature is here. Zin, what's up? Welcome in. We have YouTube's chat again today, by the way. You guys are welcome to be in one, the other, or both. Touch chips as you will. I still have to get the fucking module so that I can combine chats and you guys can just, fondle each other regularly, normally. King, what's up? Welcome in. Horatio, congratulations. Welcome on, congratulations on being first in Tippy's chat. Velos, thank you for the lurker check-in. Audrey, what's up? Welcome in. Basically, hello to everybody except for Exile. Fuck that guy. You, it lives. The hard eyes are a great touch, I know.
The earth is flat if LU is Tippy now.
Well, at this point, I think every other conspiracy theory in existence has been proven right this year. So at this point, if the earth is actually flat, as much as I can't believe it, I would actually believe it. I'd be like, you know what? Fuck it, I surrender. We have baby eating rich elites, we have aliens, everything else. Alex Jones was right like 5 different times. I fucking give up, bro. I give up. King, thank you very much for the 100 videos. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Guys, how else do I Tippy? I feel like I have to be here for you because I don't think she's gonna come back. She's 100% just gonna walk away with a stranger and Guy's gonna come back in tears. He's like, I just looked away for a second. She wandered off. It has been some time. I love your channel. I cut his old school model. It is. I still love I love all of my Ilu versions. Also, Element, welcome in, welcome in. Jakey! Oh my god, Tippy, hi. Hi. Hey, boners. My sound alert is broke today, but if you do exclamation boner, I'll just say it out loud for you guys. That's stinky. I mean, wait, yes, I am stinky. I'm a dog girl today. Dog girl stink. Smelly. She has a boner. She has a stench, Not even a musk. Actual stench. Stink. Like if you pick her up, you give her uppies, and you stick your face in her tail, and you go, you're gonna die. You aren't making it out, bro. That's where she puts the chloroform. I don't know if it is real, Tippy. What is your opinion about Ilu? I hate her because she's better than me.
Open the door. This is my neighborhood.
Since I'm Tippy, I will definitely open the door without question. Hello, stranger. Welcome into my house. Would you like to taste some glass out of the kiddie pool? Don't do a guy like that. He's a good dude. I know. That's why I feel bad. The thing is, like, Tippy is not gonna run off. It's not like a cheating situation. It's like a child with a candy van, like a kidnapper van situation. She's just gonna wander off because she sees something she likes. Or she's gonna decide to ride the wrong alligator and it doesn't eat her, it just gets very excited and just takes her like halfway across the state. Also, Gel, what's up? Welcome in, bro. Glorp. No, today I am Tippy. I love everyone and everything because I'm a dog and I'm too stupid. I'm too stupid to know better. Wrong channel, my bad. I understand. At least I would if your name wasn't I only follow Gooners. Are you questioning my Gooner credentials now? I feel like that's one of the things I didn't feel like I was ever going to have to prove in my life. It was like an unfortunate circumstance that I had to hide all the time. Weird pivot. Tipu Cat, Mr. Pockets, welcome in. Mr. Pockets, are you like... If you are the pocket, and I don't normally have pockets, but I carry you, do I technically have pockets? I'm not a weird cat dog. I'm just a weird dog girl. Weird dog girl living in a weird dog girl world. And you agree with 5 subs for a bird, right? Yes, I do, because I'm stupid and I don't understand any of the rules. And I think that I'm trolling her all the time, but I don't know how to do it. Because she's such a depraved human being and she has no shame and the lowest bar I've ever seen in my life, so I'm kind of at a loss. We don't want wish.com, Tippy. How do you know I'm not Timu, Tippy? Why does it have to be wish.com? Why would you wish this on anybody? But why would you wish it on anybody? So if you're Tippy, how did you get the giant... Did you get the giant greedy nips too? I can't reveal that. Listen, this is a cosplay. There's only so far I can go, okay? I went there. I actually took some lipstick and I drew giant greedy nipples. They're the most massive areola I've ever seen in my life. It's really kind of weird. I don't know how she lives with this day to day. You're now a hip plate? Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, fuck. I need to look at her streams more closely. Like when she stands up to show off her tiny like cutting board ass and the fact that she's like 4'9". Does she have hiplets? Love the new hair? Dude, Sapphire, thank you. I can't imagine Tippy with hard eyes. This is what happens when she hits the vape a little bit too hard. She steals some of my catnip. Anything specific on the agenda? Yes. Today we have reacts, and we also have a special. We're diving into a hole. It's probably not the hole that you want, but you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. You gotta take what you can get. We're gonna go down the Final Fantasy house hole. It's weird internet shit day. Hiplets and kid boo stance. I think I need to just talk to Guy like behind Tippy's back and be like, okay, listen, I need video evidence as blackmail. I need to see if she has hiplets. Can you please just make a random reason? Make her stand on the chair, please. She'll do it. Like, tell her there's something stuck to the ceiling and she has to look at it. Any hole's a goal. All holes are goals. You only say that until you hit the wrong hole, and then you realize your mistake. My brain cell? Holy shit, Adam. Phantom, what's up? Aloha, everyone. What's up, Just? That smirk. You know what's funny is I don't think I would have realized how much I make really smug asshole faces until like you sit in front of a camera and you face capture and you see your VTuber make all these faces and you're like, oh fuck. Like you think you're being like stealthy and very subtle, but you just look like an outright like ass blasting asshole. My face hides nothing. Even ear holes? Even ear holes. Ear holes are for all the pencil dick brothers. It's just for you. Plus, on top of that, you could give her a literal eargasm. Maybe she has really itchy ears. And she doesn't really like Q-tips that much.
They say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, so you must really admire Tippy.
Don't mock me, you bitch. Leon, thank you very much for the 100 biddies and being completely and utterly wrong. I just want you to recognize the fact that you spent 100 biddies to be not right, wrong. You are the inverse, the opposite, the other of everything you intended. You have failed at life, and you have done it publicly. Thank you. Would you think I wasn't gonna come back? You guys get nervous when I zoom? You're like, oh fuck, she's going for milk again. It's gonna be one of them days, bro. Next, you need a Chris Benoit model. That was great, bro. That would. I kind of want to do something like. Have you guys seen for like the animated PNGs that they have for some Discord stuff? There's a part of me that kind of wants to make one. Just like a mildly animated Chris Benoit PNG that I can use anytime I want to be really, really extra annoying and inappropriate. Good God. Whatever helps you cope with your Tippy admiration. Listen. The autism has fixation, okay? I'm fixating. She's not here to defend herself, so now is the perfect time. I even told her I was going to do it, and she didn't believe me. And I was like, okay. Alrighty then. 7-stream streak? Let's fucking go, bruh. Smuggle is part of the charm. Bro, that's what cats do. That's what cats do. The Mexico FIFA fangirls. Damn. Oh boy. Are you looking at big booty Latinas right now? Is that what's happening? Very excited, spicy Latina. You are like a boomerang. You always come back. I do. Unfortunately for my parents, yes. Benoit is back. Oh, we are. Benoit is back. We're so back, bros. How's everyone doing? I'm very tippy today.
You only knows how to cope and fail epically.
Fight me, you bitch! I mean, wait, no, Tippy wouldn't say that. Huh? Huh? What? I saw the thumbnail and actually thought it was Tippy for The best part is I literally just DM'd it to Tippy. I just DM'd her that fucking thumbnail, dude. I am welcome in. Welcome in. King, fuck you and your 100 biddies. Oh no, the he cooked Ilo and now she's a green dog instead of a blue cat. I've devolved. Corrosive, what's up? Welcome in. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You posted it in Tippy's Discord? Nice. I hope that I get banned. Can I get banned today while looking like Tippy? That would be the amazing part. I want to get her channel banned at the same time as mine because of like, wait a minute, is that the same bitch? Take it down. Take all of it down. Here to spam, what's up? Welcome. How goes the dark hat addiction? Bro, it is so good. I say that because you know that means it's bad because like I get like tunnel vision, and here's how it goes. Okay, either I play a game constantly and that's all I do for like 7 days straight, or I don't play it at all. And I'm on option A right now. Plop, 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 get pregnant, get pregnant, get pregnant! What the fuck? Dude, bag chasing? Ja Maria, welcome in. I've got the bag finally, guys. I can give up now. I can retire in peace. Welcome in, and thank you very much for the subby. A tier 2? Also? What the fuck, dude? Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wait, she has dark tide addiction? No, of course not. No. Tell us. Don't tell them about it, please. Please. No. No. It's great because everybody around me has an addiction too with it. I've got Hells to play. I got Seagull to play. I got Kimmy to play. And then there's all the poor other randos that I join when I rando queue. Those poor sons of bitches. Maybe if someone reports the impersonation. Does this count as like identity theft? Am I gonna play her too well? I need a vape. I really wanted to try dark type, but no one in my friend group is interested. Sag, I'll play with you. Like legit, I'll play. Like if it's later at night and I put myself online, or if you guys are in like Discord and you're like, man, I want to do some dark type maps, just like post. Also, if I ever have myself online, like you see me like you're friended in Discord or sorry, fuck, Steam, you know what I mean? And you're like, oh shit, she's online, but maybe she doesn't want me to join. No. As long as there is space in the group, I always want people to join. Let's fucking go, bro. I made a baby hive scum. I maxed out my Arbiter. I'm very happy. I redid my build for my Zealot. I like it. Still can't play Psyker because I'm retarded. And I just made a baby hive scum and I like it. Zealot is very fun. Oh wait, are you gonna try the big bone, Daddy, for Total War? Or have you experienced enough? No, I've not experienced enough. I still like Total War. I'm tunnel visioning on Darktide right now, and then I'll go back to it. To be honest, Discord would need like a, you know, I thought about making one, just making like a Darktide channel or something. Hello, dog. Hello, Bang. Welcome in. Awoo. Awoo. Also, King, thank you for the biddy. Sup, y'all motherfucking cuties. Hope you've been well. I'm very well today. Except for earlier when my air conditioning broke and I was like, oh fuck, all my electronics are going to die. I'm feeling very European today. I was European for like, I don't know, like 4 hours. Very unpleasant experience. Because I couldn't turn anything electronic on because I was like, they're going to fucking explode. Bro, my phone for VTube Studios just like was like instantly overheating, even with the cooling fan. Frosty, what's up? Welcome in. Warhammer Darktide, I love that. Dude, subjectivity, it is really fun. This goes for anybody. Like if legit, fuck it, I probably will just make one. I'm gonna make a Darktide thing later. I'm gonna make a Darktide channel in Discord, and if anybody wants to play, you can just like ping it. I love doing maps, bro. I became the Euro cuck. I understood for 4 hours the suffering that they go through. Not because the heat bothers me, because I was fine while everybody was probably going to die of heat stroke. I felt actually really good. I didn't have to have a blanket on. It was really nice. But then I couldn't use my computer or my phone stuff or like anything that, you know, is not a person because it's like, holy fuck, it's hot. I didn't want to explode it. Adler was at a very European time of her life. I am. I'm becoming a Euro poor as we speak. I don't know, you seem a little green, Island. Do you need a break? You mean like a car? If you hit me with a car, I think I might stop. We could try it. My favorite German cat, Crimson, what's up? Welcome in. I can't speak for you, but Big and I killed a 48 pack of Natty Light and we're definitely a peeing. A peeing? Biggie, wait, is Biggie one of the people that like refuses to do air conditioning? Europeans, are we gonna have this discussion again? They're like, it's a convenience. I don't need it. I want to have net zero carbon emissions as 60,000 people get deleted. Okay, bro. It's not a convenience if you're getting deleted. Sup, Green Dude? Malicious, what's up? Welcome in. Well, caught another stream live. That's a first, and here to say hello. Satura, what's up? Welcome in. Love the sense of humor. Can't wait for more casual geographic reactions, but we got so much more wild shit coming in. Either was a European for a minute. That's why she's so stinky. That could be true. I can feel my armpit hair just like growing right now. It's freezing here. What's funny is like the whole like FIFA Cup thing and all these people from different countries coming into America and then going indoors when it's really hot and the AC is up so high that it's actually fucking cold, like freezing. like uncomfortably cold, and they're like, why? America, why? I laugh whenever they say AC has adverse effect on the body. You know what else has an adverse effect on the body? Dying. Just saying, guys. You sneaky fucker. Fuck you and your fruit cup. Nah, politician. But Europoers can't. Only the European people that live in the 8th floor and above of, the business buildings, because those are the important people. The rest of you guys are marked for death, sorry. Thank you for the hydrate. I live. They just won't admit how cool America is. It's the same reason we don't have Putin anywhere. We won't give credit to Canada. Honestly, I think that's fair. There could be something really amazing as a discovery in the world, but if it's Canada that does it or has it, I really don't want to give them any credit. And before you say, I know that's a really horrible ethnocentric thing to say. No, it's because they're too powerful, okay? I've seen what Canadians do as far as war crimes, and I'm pretty sure that if we let them get any more powerful, we're fucked. So, no. Either is now a green floppy thing. I am pretty floppy. Look at these little ears. Watch this shit. Watch this. My ears are too weak to stand, so they must flop. Do you need to credit Canada for the poutine? Only Quebec or how the fuck do I say that? Saguenay? Sanguineous. Got it. Only sanguineous? Getting stabbed several times sitting in the trolley in London typically has adverse effects on the body too. Yeah, I would say so. I don't think you have, mate. As a Canadian, fuck Canada. It's okay. Hello. I'm on death metal. What's up, bro? Welcome in. Time to go off and record things. I gotta get a third YouTube video ready so I can post a batch all at once. I hope the algorithm actually catches it. I hope it does too for you. Bro, algorithm is kind of a dick. Kind of a dick. Floppy ears are a sign of domestication. Have we finally reined Ilo in? No, these are fake. This is a headband. I tucked my ears down into my hair. Texas brisket mogs the shit out of Montreal smoked meat. We don't have to give them credit for shit. That's a very American thing to say. Saguenay? I like sanguineous better. They just had to relocate half of my company's operations because the AC died on the first floor. We're taking in refugees up to the second? Bro, that's wild. Not only the most American thing to say, Bang, also the most Texan. It's like Texas is like concentrated America. You know when they say there's like juice from concentrate, like they've distilled it down to like a powder that they can like add like fluid and like water to. That's basically what Texas is. I am the real Tippy. Look at me. Look at me. I am the real Tippy now. Don't believe her lies? What lie? I'm feeling very tippy today. I'm gonna go take the batteries out of my smoke alarm to feel it in better. I will be on Friday. I have to go. I'm going to Lake George going camping. I have to do family stuff on Friday. I was so fucking nervous today, though. You guys don't understand. Like, so we woke up and there was, ow, fuck you for your biddy. And your head trauma, thank you. But I woke up today and it was broken, and so we went through this whole thing with my mom and my dad trying to get the people out here. And the first person for the first site company we called was like, we can fix it in a month. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck? I hope your entire business explodes. Not dies a natural death, like it doesn't get a lot of business and then dwindles away. I want it to be an actual like thermonuclear explosion in your office building. I don't have to touch grass, I just have to be around family. Ow! Fuck you, King! Fuck you and your biddies. All 5 of them. Any IRL cosplay stream for today, Tippy? No. Bro, I can't just like instantly dye my hair green like Tippy, okay? First I have to bleach it, and then I have to dye it green. We remind people of that every day when they start acting ungrateful. It's good. I think you need to remind people that America is better than everybody. Suck at Euros. Listen, the only thing that America is not good at is football/soccer, okay? I love you guys. I do. I love the American team. God bless and good luck, but that never happens. Never happens, bro. The fuck you doing? That something takes a month. Bro, I know. Like, I could understand like days or even like next week. Bro, what the fuck are you doing? Do you have like one person? So we called like 2 or 3 more companies and we found somebody. One person was gonna come out tomorrow, and I was like, fuck, then I have to cancel stream, and I can't do it Friday, and I don't know if I could do it Saturday. And so I was like, fuck. So we called one more person, and the guy was like, apparently like we got super lucky because like he just like walked in the office and was talking to the girl, and he's like, yeah, I could go out. And I was there like 4 hours later. Bro, something had to happen. Bro, my phone camera for VTube Studios that does the capturing, in the middle of winter when it was cold as fuck, if I didn't have the fan under it that I have for cooling, it overheated and it would just shut off. So if it's hot in my room, I'm cooked, bro. I'm cooked.
It's not autism, it's sad.
Or it's both. You know you're in a good place with debuffs when people are trying to figure out which one is applying at which point. Is it the ADHD? Is it the autism? Which one is it today? King, thank you very much for the 100 biddies. Thank you. How are the Argentinian behaving? Do we get deported yet? You know what's really funny that I saw as far as like behavior stuff? I saw people like losing their shit because when there was a bunch of Japanese fans that came in to the stadium, when they went to get up to leave, they cleaned it. Like the entire section, they all uniformly, as a people, just cleaned up all of their shit and left it nice. It was probably actually, I think it looked better when they left than when they came there. Ryan, what's up, bro? Thank you very much for the lurker check-in. Adtism. That would be a strange one. I kind of like that one. Guys, don't worry. I used to be ADHD, but my mom beat the H out of me. I'm getting better. I heard it's not autism, it's sad. I heard that and I immediately agreed. Explanation, please. We're Tippy today. Tippy and almost everybody in Grippy Socks is still on their vacation. Also, I need to mock Tippy because she admitted to me openly last night that even though they have an Airbnb, she feels more comfortable at home. So every night they've just been going home and sleeping in her house and then going back to the Airbnb with everybody. Bro, they were so nice, and they're okay, I have to say this. Like, I really like the excitement that people have for the game, and they have her like actually like interacting with culture stuff. It's just cool. Not invited to Grippy Socks Club? I was invited, but I can't go. I can't go! My immune system is an asshole! Actually, now that I think about it, I don't even know if I can take all of my medications across state lines. I've never really traveled, so I haven't had to deal with that. Man, what the fuck is in this container? Man, what is that? I mean, how far is it? I'm in the north and she's in Florida. They are all in Florida. It is like the other end of the country. Are they just too big of a loser? I mean, I am a loser, but that's not why I'm not traveling. Either trying to be a doppelganger of Tippy.
Lost me. What can I say about WH40K Darktide? Is that my zealot looks better than hers. Her
No, it
zealot
fucking
looks like
doesn't.
Sister of Battle fangirl.
Bro, my
Kappa,
Sister of Battle
say
looks
it like
fucking
a battle
beautiful.
report. Your zealot has grim resolve and battlefield authority,
You
while theirs looks
are
like they
gripped
cosplay
with
the
jealousy.
devotion instead of surviving it. Mine looks forged in war. Hers looks like she read the sermon.
You're
and
crying
stopped
like
there.
a fucking
Keep
hiplet
it
bitch.
sharp,
That's what you're crying
not
like.
cruel.
Okay. That's what I'm calling you now. You're now the hiplet zealot. Get mad, bro. Get more mad. Fight me. If it's a prescription, you can. Well, the problem is that medical marijuana is not legal in all states, and it's not federally legal, so no, you can't. No, you cannot. I don't know if you notice, it's also a problem internationally. Russia. Remember some people getting pulled off there? Send someone to live stream you back and forth. I told them I was gonna make them do that. I was like, okay, listen, you have to like Iron Mouse me. Just put me on a fucking iPad and wheel me around. Just wheel my ass around. For real though, you can bring medication across the state line. It's handy to have your prescriptions. Yeah, regular prescriptions, it's okay. The problem is with, like I said, like with medical marijuana, it is not.
Mesa Elu Wailu be finding hers. Wolf a mystery container. Now Shisa wondering if Shisa should open it, but inside Mesa pop out and do the jump scare spooky scream and what's a not? There no be marijuana inside though.
You're going on a Nokia 330. Fuck you, bitch. Nokia's strong, okay? Didn't they like last forever? They were super. Isn't that what government people used for a really long time because they were like the most secure phone or something? Also, thank you, Jar Jar Binks. BRC new toy. BRC new toy. What new toy? What new toy? Also, I just want you to know that my pseudo sister of battle is fucking amazing, and you're fucking jealous. You wish you had armor like I did. You wish you had a voice modulator like I did. You wish your zealot was my zealot. I understand. Sisters of battle suck and they're into corpses. Let me introduce you to Zench, and your luck will change. What if I like both? What if I like both? Also, Uncle Biku, you're the weird uncle I always needed. Thank you. Welcome in. At least it's not a Wookiee, which just I have no idea what he does. I love the fact that there's so much commitment to it that he really does just speak in. Would it be Kashyyykian? What is the Wookiee language called? Kashyyyk, Kashyykian? No, it's not lies, Hellas. That's you know why you're talking in all capitals, because you don't actually have a good response. Chat, my zealot is better. She's powerful, beautiful, and sexy. She would snooze your shit. King, thank you again for the biddy, by the way. Thank you. That's Blackberry? Oh, okay, yeah. I remember that wrong. It's Blackberry. I feel bad for anybody in YouTube chat because they're like, what the fuck is even happening? We have Tanja going and I'm literally being spoken to in Wookiee. Polish sarcasm with a tactical growl. Wookiee is. What's y'all's favorite chapter? Chaos and Faction? Ooh. I would say if you're going regular Space Marine, like Loyalist, I like Salamanders. I mean, there's a really edgy part of me that also likes Black Templars and shit like that, but I would have to say that the Salamanders are pretty badass. As far as Chaos, I would say the coolest faction... I do like Zench. I do like Lord of Change shit. I also, I love this. I like the weirdest thing is the Noise Marines. Like, as a fucking visual and as a concept, have you guys ever seen the Noise Marines? The Salamanders are the good boys. They're not just like, how how do I put this? Like the blueberries. Like Gilliman is like the grand secretary guy. You know, like he's the angry secretary chapter. Salamanders are the only ones that I think that actually retain their families and like they'll still live on the world with their parents and go home and stuff like that. So they actually have ties to humanity. Imperial Fists are my go-to. Oh, Imperial Fists are fucking badass too. Oh, it's Shriwook. Shriwook is the Wookiee language. Thank you. I should have remembered that, but I'm fucking dumb. See, I was thinking to myself while he was making Wookiee noises and not reading the screen, so then everything that he said meant nothing to me. Blood Angel, the one with Mortarion? Wait, what? What? Mortarion isn't Blood Angel. What? Explain. Mortarion is kind of sad. I feel bad for Mortarion. Because he's like the only, I think he's like the only Space Marine where, or not Space Marine, I should say, Primarch, where like when Big Daddy E went to pick him up, he basically failed at his task and the Emperor had to complete it for him and keep him from dying. And I think it's just like he's just like got rocked by that and he's never recovered. Brass band done wrong. Nurgle is funny because it's like it's horrible but cute at the same time. Like, you have all these adorable little Nurglings, and it's like, oh, Grandpa Nurgle loves you, and then you have these horrible, pus-filled, shit-spewing things just running around. Aurora, welcome in. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome. My favorite is kind of niche, Storm Wardens, but I like Imperial Fist as well. I kind of like the Wolf Boys because melee. They're basically like Nords. They're like Vikings, which is kind of badass. You're awful Burgle. We got Sanguinius though for Chaos Immune. But we're gonna feel bad for Sanguinius. Because he knew that shit was gonna go bad. He knew he wasn't coming out of it. And then he talks to Big E right before he goes in. He's like, Father, why did you make us like this? Like, why didn't you just make us like horrible, like basically almost like automatons? Like, why can I choose to like love or hate or do good or bad? And he's like, I could have done that to you. I could have made you like soulless machines, but then you wouldn't be able to fail like Horus, but you also wouldn't be able to like live up to the task like you were doing to do now. And it was like, fuck, bro, right in the feels. Right in the feels. Angron is probably the saddest of the traitors, at least for me. He's really sad because he got kind of like, I don't know, bro. Like he literally is like the kid where like in the environment he was in, he didn't have a chance. Like if he grew up somewhere different, he probably could have been a completely normal person, very dependable, everything else. Plop, 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 get pregnant. Death. Death Metal, what's up, bro? Welcome in. Thank you very much for the subby. Thank you. Also, Mono, you were close. Niran belongs to the Scords. I kind of like the Wolf Boys. Angron. Wait, what did I miss? I missed one. Oh, Angron would have been the most loyal if the Emperor was impatient. It's sad because it literally amounts to, if you guys are unfamiliar with Warhammer lore, basically like when they were children, they were babies. The lore has changed as to the reason why. Originally it was like Chaos did it, and some people were like, oh, the mother lady, I fucking forget the perpetual lady's name, but they got basically like dispersed throughout the universe. So they landed on all these different planets, which is why you have Sanguinius is where he is, why Angron landed where he is, and they basically had to grow up and adapt in these different cultures, and it shaped them. And Angron just grew up in like the fucking worst possible place. Almost. What was wrong with your AC? I don't know whatever the terms are for it, but he went. This is how the AC guy explained it. It was something with the wires. He said that what happens is sometimes if it's basically because it's been super hot, it's a big house and it's difficult to keep it cold. That the way that the charge was happening, it can cause like wire bubbling and all this different stuff. So you may not have realized something was wrong initially. And it just kind of was like an accumulated damage over time thing. It basically was like the wires had a dot on them and they were getting shittier and shittier until they burnt out. So he replaced the wires and everything was okay. Also, that guy is a Chad. Can I do a shout out right now? Shout out to my AC repairman. Holy fuck, dude, I love you. This poor man out there in like 90 something degree heat. Then he's a big dude. He was even joking. He's like, man, you think I'd be skinnier. I don't know why I'm so fat. I was like, dude, Jesus. He's like, you'd think I get dehydrated, right? I love that. I love people that are just like based as fuck. I was just like, I like you, dude. You're awesome. We tried to give him water and stuff, but he's like, no, we're good. We make sure all of our guys are just chugging water all day long. We're all right. Poor dude was like sweating buckets though. Ingrid and Conrad got horrible RNG. Oh my god, I almost forgot about Conrad. You know what's sad about Conrad Kurz? Not just where he grew up, but what his ability is. Because part of the reason he is so fucked up is because of the fact that he has visions of the future. Like, he's seen his own death. He's seen the deaths of his brothers. He knows what's happening to his dad. And it's like, picture meeting somebody for the first time and already knowing all the fucked up things that are going to happen to him and trying to have attachment to that. On top of living on a horrible shit world. Was your AC guy me? He sounds like me. Well, maybe he was. Ken, were you over my house? Ken, you did a fucking amazing job. Thank you. So my mom and dad are like really happy though. And we made sure we got the guy's card. So if there's ever we ever have any other trouble, he was really nice. And he's not one of those people that like try to like push product. It's like, oh no, there's a wire's gone. I think you need to buy an entirely new AC unit. Like, it's like a small business guy. So he was awesome. If it wouldn't absolutely 100% dox me, I would literally shout him out on stream. Yeah, it was just overworking the system. And it's older. The air conditioning is really old. I think the house was built in the 90s. We didn't move in till later, but I think it's the original air conditioner from that time. So it's old as fuck, bro. It is a beast. I come out the other day to my house. The AC is totally fried and gone unusable. Thankfully, I have window AC for the bedroom. Otherwise, it'd be melting. Yeah. Yep. Oh, yes, the 90s ancient history. But you know what I mean, bro. But like, listen, it's like, that's like, wait, what is, like 30? That's like 30 years ago. That's like 3 decades. For electronic stuff, for any kind of machine, that's good. One of the things that they keep telling me, which is why I like him too, is he's like, don't get a new one if you don't have to, because a lot of the newer ones are built like shit. They're actually not built as well as the old ones. Old stuff was built to last. New things are built to break. So if you can fix it, fix it. Fix it, bro. The Victorian child, Alu. Yes, in the olden days, when my mom used to put opium on my lips to shut my ass up. Dying and withering, I'm a skeleton, bro. Yeah, it's planned obsolescence is bullshit. If you guys didn't know that's the thing, you ready to get rage baited? Here you go. A lot of new things are literally built to break. Either totally break or have parts that break that are then the patents are owned specifically so that you don't have a right to repair to them. So that like small mom and pop shops or anybody that could do it for a reasonable price will not be able to get access to the parts. They literally make it so that they can break because then they'll offer you repair services and charge you money for all that shit too. Nice. Yeah, it's Tippy. Duh. Wait, hold on. I'm not vaping. There we go. I think the opium would have the same effect now. I don't know. Like they talk about like you think about the olden days, like Victorian era, and like man, parenting must have sucked. But I think like if you could just feed your baby opium every time they were allowed to make them quiet, it was probably pretty easy. I'm embracing my inner Ilu. I'm eating chicken nuggets, but with spicy barbecue sauce, bro. I have discovered something magical and beautiful. Okay, Chick-fil-A has grilled nuggies, right? But I usually don't like them as much because of the way like they're like when they first get them, they're like kind of like broiled or whatever. There's like I think it's like a water fryer, air fryer thing, but they're very moist. And I was like, it was grossing me out. So when I get them, I'll let them cool first, and then I put them in our little toaster oven, and I flip them and put them in again, and it dries them out, and I put a little bit of seasoning on them, and bro, that shit is absolutely beautiful. Like that shit is fire. It's tasty. I love it. Now cough. Also, Glatozen, welcome in. My PS5 HDMI broke week 1. Meanwhile, my PS1 has dropped from the second floor. Is still going strong. Bro, I know. It is wild. Popeye's nuggets are freaking amazing. I think I've had Popeyes before, but I don't know if there's anything or one close. Maybe? I don't exactly travel around. I know like where the grocery store is and my doctors are and maybe a couple things, but that's about it. Everything else, I'm like, all right, where the fuck's the GPS? Where's my GPS? The smell coming through the screen ruins the disguise. Breathe it in. From opium to iPad, yes. Popeye's nuggets. I'll have to see. Like if they get something like that, I'll have to see if there's a Popeyes. I'm a pleb. I love the McDonald's nuggies. I do like McDonald's nuggies, but I'm not supposed to have bread and gluten stuff. So occasionally as a treat, cause fast food is too expensive to eat all the time. You can't do that shit. But if there's a treat and they're like, oh, where do you want your stuff? I'm like, fuck yeah, Chick-fil-A. Give me those grilled nuggies, bro. Llama, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Smells like red cards. I hate you. I will fight you. Big sniffer. Either know the corner of her dealer. Wait. Either know corner her dealer stands on and the corner she stands on at night. Yes. It's the same corner. I am the dealer. I eat my McNuggets weird. I like the fried portion of the nugget first. My sister has the weirdest way to eat a nugget. I haven't seen her eat nuggets since we were little, so I'm actually not sure if she still does it. She would get the nuggies, right? She would get the McDonald's nuggies, and she would peel the skins off, and then just eat the nuggie inside. Like, without any of the breading or the fried part. She peeled it like it was a fucking apple. Your sister is a psychopath. You would think so. That's the same sister that is like super OCD about where her food is. I'm seeing a pattern. Boomer comment, McD's nuggets were better in the 80s and 90s when it was mystery meat and not all white meat. I don't mind the all white meat, but something I've heard that I think is probably true. My dad swears by this. He swears by this. There was different oil? What was it? Is it beef tallow? Beef tallow, I think. Like what they cooked them in, what they fried them in was different and they tasted different. It's like the holy grail of nuggies.
Six asked me. Elu be like, psst. Psst. Kids want some burned red cards.
I hate you.
Yeah, that's pure stream goblin energy. Elu's in your head whispering like a choom who found a lighter and zero impulse control. Kids is the tell. All swagger, no subtlety, just a half-charred pitch and a grin. Like they already know it's gonna get clipped.
Fight me, Ellis. Wait, can you do it too? Okay, that's it. Can we have a one in chat for everybody who skins their nuggies? Either in the past as a kid or now. Who has been a nuggie skinner? White meat chicken is disgusting and a punishment? No, it's not. You're having the shitty one. Okay, I will say that the dark meat tastes better, though it's juicier. It depends on how it's cooked, because there's sometimes when you get the white meat and it's like, it's super dry, bro, and it's disgusting. It is legit disgusting. Like, I wouldn't feed it to a European. I do too, but I eat both parts. I'm pretty sure she did not eat the skin. I'm pretty sure she did not eat the fried part. I'm like 90. Ow? Fuck your fruit cup. Fries, nuggies, schnitzels. Everything is better in beef tallow. It's probably just because it's like a taste thing. It's like when you make noodles and you put salt in the water to boil it in, it affects the taste of the noodles. You know what's really sad is I was looking at studies because my dad said that it was because of health stuff. Like, I guess it's originally they thought beef tallow was not as good for you, so they started frying it in something else. I don't know what it is. Is it like vegetable oil or something like that? But now they started finding like some kind of other like health problems from the new shit that they fried in. Which is, I guess, kind of like what happened with like, you know, between eating like butter and then margarine. I can't say that fucking word. margarine. And then there was regular sugar and what was that sugar thing that was like a sugar replacement, but then was also really bad for you? What the fuck was that called? My RAM is crashing, my brain is fucked. If you skin it, you're just removing the flavor. That's what I say. Frosty has done it. Hell says no. Ken, obviously you were both the perpetrator and the victim. Dark meat chicken is proper chicken. White meat is stringy, dry, and gross. Okay, then that's when it's not cooked properly. I can tell you because my mom has cooked chicken with white meat, and the white meat is still juicy. Now, dark meat is juicier. And we'll say that. Like, no matter what you're going to do, if you're comparing both of them and both cook properly, dark meat is going to taste better. But my mom, bro, she can cook that shit. I tell you. Sometimes I would eat the skin first and then the chicken nugget. That's kind of like what I did with my cereal, I guess. I used to really like Lucky Charms when I was a kid, and I would remove all of the marshmallows first, put milk in the regular cereal, eat it up as fast as I could so I didn't have to taste it, and then I would eat the marshmallows one by one. I may also be a psychopath. I wouldn't feed anything to a European. They don't deserve it. I mean, if it's really shitty white meat, maybe they do deserve it. They're just gonna die when they don't have air conditioning anyway. So why feed them the good stuff? Oh my god, is that the Valhalla? Right now it's Ghost Trigger. Ghost Trigger with Shikimo and Fractal Man. Asahito, welcome in. Another weird thing I used to do is I'd take a bite and then lick the ketchup holder. What do you mean a ketchup holder? Like the bottle? Alright, before I judge you completely on this, go ahead and explain yourself thoroughly. Are you talking about licking the fucking ketchup bottle? Animal grease is way better. Yeah, so everything was brain dead in the 90s on diet shit. Like, I get the idea. It's they're like, oh, we want to make things better. They want to improve things, but it's funny that I feel like a lot of times the replacement stuff ends up being worse, and then we just find out later, and then it's like, oops. If the skin is crispy, then nom nom nom. If the skin is like foreskin, then pass. Yeah. Texture is big. Saccharin? No, it was like. Fuck. Let me look it up. Let me see if I can have it. Sugar. Replacement. It was some kind of like sweetener thing. Oh, is it this one? Is it a fuck, how the fuck do you say this? Aspartame? 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 Something like that. It was one of those things. Yeah, aspartame. They're actually not bad for you? I thought I saw that there was some kind of like problem with aspartame. Other than the fact that it's, the name is ass. Dark meat is moist. Moist comes from rendered fat. White meat is wet because it just has water in it and no fat. It's still be made to taste good. And what about the fat on the meat? 1 nom or 2 pass? Does anybody really like the skin on chicken? I didn't really think about how weird it was, like, because my sister would always take the skin off, but I love the skin, so when she would put it on her plate, I would steal the chicken skin and I would eat that. If I eat a lot of chicken skin, does that make me a skinwalker? Bank says 1, Leon says 1. I don't like the taste of the fat. Like, if it's something that's distributed properly through the meat, it tastes delicious. Other than that, no, fuck off. Like the packets of ketchup. Oh, when you said ketchup holder, I was like, I was gonna lose my shit, bro. I thought we were gonna have to part ways. I was gonna ban you. Fucking licking the ketchup bottle. Aspartame. Yes, Astartes. You should never put Astartes in your coffee. It was an old wives' tale? Fuck. I hate when old wives get me. Aspartame is dangerous if you drink like 2 gallons of diet soda a day. Otherwise, LOL, no. I think that was honestly the problem, because it's like, it comes down to like when people go to McDonald's or something like that and they get everything like extra large, and they'll get like a Diet Coke, and they'll just drink literal like liters of Diet Coke or shit like that, and they're like, I'm doing healthy. I'm eating very healthy today. It's just a ridiculous dosages that's dangerous. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Not enough zeros. You'd have to drink 30,000. 30,000! Holy shit. Holy shit. I think my uncle might have been able to do that. He used to drink so much. Holy shit, bro. Aspartame could be carcinogenic, but it's not yet proven either way. Maybe that's what I saw. I can't remember, honestly, because everything you look at, it says that it causes some form of cancer, so I can't keep any of it straight anymore. Everything is cancer. Fuck it. Just enjoy your life. Bite the tendy, swig the ketchup. They've never been able to reproduce it, and they tried. Maybe it was done by like a rival faction, you know, like their competitor. They're like, oh no, there's evidence that aspartame might cause cancer. I guess you better use an alternative. Old wives are just MILFs. When I think of old wives, I think of like older, like Swamp Hag. Like I think of like a Swamp Hag and a babushka. You should check out the best diet an athlete ever had. John Daly never drinks water, instead around 500 gallons of diet soda a year. Bro, I would die. I need the waters. It's so that they can sell you a solution for a made-up problem. Literally, yes. They've never done that before. Now called Old Wives' Tale as Schizo MILF Stories. I'm not gonna lie. I like saying Old Wives' Tale better, because Schizo MILF Stories is harder to say. I like the path of least resistance. I'm 57th generational king of the greatest empire that ever walked this earth. The Assyrian Empire defeated the Egyptians to use the pyramids, which were built by ancient aliens and Bigfoots, to power the supersonic geek bars and turn Monster Energy into fuel for their oppressor MK2's McDonald's Pretty Fire. I like it. I like it. I don't know where you've been, but I want to go there. And that man is a legend. Also, Glizzy. Glizzy Hacks, thank you for hacking a Glizzy, but also for being here. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Who is this cosplayer? Listen, Chris, I'm Tippy, okay? Hey, boners. Let's get into it. I wouldn't mind a 3-minute ad if it wasn't political propaganda. You know what's really shitty? You guys, I think I told you guys before, a thing popped up where Twitch has decided all of a sudden that they're increasing both pre-roll and mid-roll ads. And like, even if I set it, like mine is set on minimum. Like literally, like they have like the lowest you can go. That's where my ad thing is set. And even if it's set on 3 minutes now, it could still play 4 minutes of ads. What is this dystopian shit, bro? What is this? The swag god, like it's the avatar. Thank you, swag. I have been blessed. If it tastes metallic, I don't drink it. I mostly drink water, tea, herbal juice. If it tastes like non-alcoholic, what the fuck is Fernet? Fernet? That sounds like a wine or something. Very fancy. G-sups, also fancy. Different kind of fancy. Every year is an election year now, even when it isn't. Yeah, it's just perpetual 24-hour news cycle. Fuck my life. Also, I just want to point out, there is some motherfucker out there. There is some motherfucker out there named Thomas. Thomas has either erroneously or on purpose to get people off his back given a bunch of political action committees my number. So as many times as I block them as spam, I keep getting called. They're like, "Hi Thomas, can we depend on you for this? Hey Thomas, we're gonna have this thing today. Hi Thomas, would you like to donate to?" And I'm like, "Thomas, I'm gonna fucking hunt your ass down. Bro, I will find you. I know at the Thomas, it's probably him. Base Thomas, fuck you Thomas!" Like, I don't get enough weird ass spam calls, and now it's just like I just keep getting all of these texts for him. And I've tried texting, they're like, "Oh, text stopped, you know, to stop it." They still come. I've tried just outright like blocking them and marking them as spam. They just call on new numbers. I'm just like, "You motherfucker, this is why I don't answer my phone. It's why I don't look at anything." I'm a fat ass. I will eat and drink anything except green beans. Okay, the only thing that I really don't like that I've seen, especially like I make fun of Britain a lot. UK usually deserves it because, you know, Europe. Was it like mashed peas or something? It's actually kind of frightening. Like, mashed potatoes seem perfectly normal to me. I can understand them. Like, you know, like, it makes sense. This shit though? What is happening, man? Bro, what's happening? I want you to explain to me what kind of, it's not even like reprobate. Like reprobate, I think of like an Australian doing something really weird and dumb. This is more like actual psychopath. Like actual legit psychopath, sociopath, dangerous, should be on a list. I remember having a taste of an avocado once because my friend had them and I was like, "This is disgusting. Why do you do that to yourself?" I wish scammers would call me. They don't know my native language. I just started talking and like I made up a language one time. Like I got fed up with the same numbers calling me. So I just started talking in the equivalent of like tongues. Like I just made up sounds and they finally got frustrated and hung up. That's what's up, welcome in. Okay. All right. Speaking of weird internet shit. I promised you guys we would do this today, and we are going to. Now, just an FYI, no spoilers. No spoilers for me because I legitimately don't know about this. I want to start doing like a segment where we look at just like weird, like either conspiracy theories or like weird internet shit. And today we're gonna check out the Final Fantasy house. And then I end stream and never come back. You know, I was going to sleep, but I found your channel and decided to check your Twitch, and this is going to be how I spend my next hour. I'm so sorry, Ash. Alright, I'm just gonna drink water while you guys, I don't know, make out with Virgil. Do what you have to. I made up a language, aka you just talk fast and make it rambling. Like, it's literally like you know how like babies like make sounds, they don't really mean anything, but they have like an intent? Like you kind of do that. Like you sound like you're angry, but you're making a bunch of like nonsensical gibberish words. Squiggle, what's up, yo? Squiggle, welcome in. Thank you very, very much for the follow. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, here we go. Here we go. Hello, cat. Hello, Froyo. Hello, Froy. All right, so I'm asking. Hellas! Long, really long. Kashik, the air itself feels ancient, dense with sap, rain, and the low electric hum of living things that have outlived empires. I wanted to burp at you, but it won't come out. Colossal trees rising like cathedrals, their roots gripping the stone older than memory. Their branches vanishing into the mist. We do not look at a forest and see scenery. We see history with leaves. Yeah, I speak Mordor to unwanted callers. I want to frustrate them as much as possible. Like, I want them to dream about me when they go home and be upset. the mic. This is gonna be like an award show, like the Emmys or something like that, where somebody's like trying to thank their entire extended family and everybody they've known since childhood, and they start like increasing the volume of the music and cut the mic. Yeah, wrap it up. Wrap it up, sir. Yeah, no, it's even worse when women speak. I know that sounds like some kind of like anathema, anacronym. I don't know, like it couldn't possibly be, but I promise you it is. I promise. Huss! You are such a fucker. This is a mod, by the way. Filibuster. Yeah, this is the Wookiee Buster. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. It is what it is. All I can say is YouTube chat, be glad that you don't have the tangent alert there. You don't have to listen to this. I'm so sorry. Mod abuse is a job. Joe! This isn't even to record for YouTube, you little fuckers. This is just for fun. I know that's why you're doing it. I know that's why you're doing it. Can we take the Wookiee back out? Yes, with a shotgun, please. Mod abuse is a lifestyle. It's a choice. It's definitely a choice. Hey, he won a reward, so he just wanted to thank his people. Yeah. You know what's really funny? Is you can see that they have like definitely
My name
like...
is Harry Dresden, motherfucker.
Shut the fuck up, Harry.
Open the door.
No.
This is my neighborhood.
No. But the one award show, it was for, basically, like, it was, oh, what is that fucking Demon Hunter? It was like the Demon Hunter thing, but they're singers, like the animated thing that looks almost like a Disney fucking thing or something like that. But basically, think of it this way. It's a bunch of Asians, it's Koreans, and so where they let everybody else talk on and on and on, they let the main girl talk for a little bit, but as soon as like one of the Korean guys that was part of, you know, the production cast started talking, they immediately cut the mic. Bro, they're like, fuck you, Asian, you don't count. Get the fuck out, Asian, we don't like you. We had this award just so that we could get in and go with the kids, you know. Hello, fellow kids. Oh, yeah, it was a K-pop Demon Hunters. They gave K-pop Demon Hunters an award, but they could not get them off the stage fast enough. Like, it was so shitty, bro. It's not even like they didn't even go on for like a long time. There's just like everybody else like took a long time, so they're like, well, we have to take the time out of something. The Asians are on the stage. Fuck them, I guess.
Hellas, 6 asked me. I'll have 2 number 9s, a number 9 large, a number 6 with extra dip, a number 7,
Sir, this is a
2
Wendy's.
number 45s, 1 with cheese, and for the grand finale, they want the whole drive-through menu plus a side of confusion, because apparently subtlety left the building. That order is a calorie ambush with a receipt.
Fuck the Asians? Yeah, that's the point. I want to fuck the Asians.
Make it a roast beef tower and own it. Arby's, we've got the meats.
No, you fucking don't. This is a Wendy's.
Sir. Sir, please leave. Please pull out of the drive-thru. This is not an Arby's. Sir, this is still a Wendy's.
Julie, what's up, bro? Adler needs a fast food uniform. I've had one before. I had my little McHat. If I worked at McDonald's, I feel like I would try to steal the uniform. I would keep it, bro. I'd be like, oh, I lost it. Okay. So we're gonna watch stuff. I totally lost my train of thought. I have no idea what's happening. My brain is crashing. My brain is fucked. So thank you guys. I'm willing to go full Karen mode to get my Arby's order filled at Wendy's. Let me speak to your manager. I feel like Karens are so annoying that at some point somebody from Wendy's would just go across the street to Arby's, get their order and bring it back just to make them fucking leave. Because if they call the cops, it's probably going to take even longer to make them go away. I mean, this Tippy seems different. This is I'm the perfect Tippy. I'm the final form. And I'm going to take you. Wait. Wait, I want to do this like her. Hey guys, it's Tippy Hendrix. I'm here to share something really cool with you guys today. I hope you boners are ready. We're going to check out the Final Fantasy house down the rabbit hole. Let's get into it. I'm not even putting this on YouTube. I just wanted to say it. Trains crashed. Boner. I'm gonna ask this as a favor. Guys, if anybody does know about Final Fantasy house, no spoilers. Okay? No spoilers. I will ban your ass. And then I will fuck your mother. I'm ready. I'm going in the hole.
Of the early internet stories, there are few as infamous as the Final Fantasy house. Though the details are unclear to most who remember it, its reputation is still sometimes invoked on forums in reference to terrible housemates or the eccentric potential from online communities, especially fandoms. What's more, it was one of the main channels through which internet users were introduced to the otherkin phenomenon.
Oh god. Oh god.
So what was the Final Fantasy house? On April 18th, 2005, a LiveJournal user under the handle of GenkiCrack made a long, scattered post detailing an experience with specific fans of Final Fantasy VII, a popular and influential story-driven game.
Have fun with the sad shit show? I'm so ready.
From Japan. He introduced it by writing, "These people are dangerous. This is not a joke. This is my experience with them." He began by explaining his place within the fandom. Quote, "Most people watching the journal now probably don't know this, but back in the day, I ran a pretty popular website devoted to the characters Cloud and the very minor character, Zack from Final Fantasy VII.
What? Who in their right mind has described Zack as a very minor character?
It was really the only comprehensive one out there about the two, which was why it got such notice. I was used to receiving fan mail or other people's fan art, which I had put up on the website." Unquote. At the time of his alleged experience, he explained that he was a college freshman
Yes. Is
and
this
a
better?
heavy drinker. In 2002, he was contacted by a person calling herself Hojo, referencing the mad scientist villain from the game.
Why would you voluntarily name yourself Hojo? Okay, Hojo, Ho Cake, Ho Baby, Ho Sweet.
Game, and the two began conversing with each other occasionally over AOL Instant Messenger.
Oh, no.
Hojo had her own fan site dedicated to her namesake, and following the same pattern, she began calling the writer Zack after his site. At the time,
What's up, Void? Welcome in. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome.
and following the same pattern, she began calling the writer Zack after his site. At the time, he thought nothing of this. Sometime after, he was introduced to Hojo's wife, who went by Genova, or Jen, after an ancient evil and alien creature from...
Chad, I don't want to be the one to say this, but I'm pretty sure she's got a bigger dick than you do. Like a lot. That's not even your fault either. That's a fucking elephant trunk.
the game. The writer describes their first encounter online. Quote,
Don't be jealous,
then
be
came a
proud.
good old bombshell. I was asked if I had any memories of past lives. I do believe in past lives. I think it's a pretty valid cycle given how many cultures believe in it. So I told her no, I didn't, but I did believe in it. I should never, ever have said that. It was like inviting the vampire into my house. Jen's attack was swift and sure. She began in a flurry explaining things to me.
What the fuck?
How there are alternate universes. Do you grant me that? Sure, there could be. And in those universes, maybe, just maybe, video games actually happened. I thought it could be plausible, because I like imagining anything's possible. Through all of this and all this flurry, she tells me that she thinks in a past life, I was Zack from Final Fantasy VII. Think about it, she said. You're both country grown. You both have that instinct of dragging off friends who could be left behind. You'd take a bullet for someone, right? You say you don't believe in magic or any of that, and he wanted to be a mercenary. For all of his 5 or 6 lines, you have a similar speech pattern. You even live in a basement like...
You could not get far enough, fast enough from this void. Like, I don't want you to even don't make any skin-to-skin contact. Don't try to punch her. Don't try to, like, throw her on the ground to get away. I just want you to run. I want you to Usain Bolt the fuck out of that room.
Like he was locked in one. and you hate it. Addle your brain with freshman idiocy and vodka, and this will suddenly make sense. Sure, maybe I'm not him now, I said, but it was possible. Unquote. The writer agreed to meet them in the town of State College, Pennsylvania that winter to stay at their apartment a week before Christmas. He was met at the bus stop by Hojo, wearing a lab coat, who escorted him back to where they were living. Quote, when we arrived at the apartment, Jen, who insisted I call her Genova and would often refer to herself as Jenny Nova, came storming up to Hojo and I, screaming in Hojo's face. I have no idea what it was about. She was wearing a purple skirt pulled up around her breasts. It looked like she had just got out of bed, and I was, to say the very least, intimidated. About 3 seconds later, she whirled around in a quick change, suddenly the nicest person ever. Whatever she was mad about was out the window.
See, this is actually the best thing that could have happened to you, because normally when your bipolar girlfriend reveals like what's wrong, it's not until you're a little more into the relationship, you've probably already fucked and she's hooked you. This point, you could still back out. She's laid it all on the table. Also, wait a minute, skirt up over her breast, like, was it like a skirt like covering all of her, or was she just like, was she freeballing? You ain't running, the void consumed you before you even knew. Bro, this is, yeah. I think the early internet was a magical time, but some of the magic was dark magic.
About this time, I started to realize, though, Jen wasn't role-playing when she talked about her children and other selves. Jen is what the internet calls a soul bonder, or in other words, batshit loony.
I'm glad we finally got it out.
She believes she has a lot of people living in her head talking, and when she wants to take on a personality that best fits a situation
Bro,
for
this
her
is the
personal
early
gain,
form of
she acts
alters.
one out. I.e., if she wanted to get sympathy, she would raise the pitch of her voice and pretend to be an innocent child.
I think they're trying to describe a moo-moo. Oh, okay, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. Homegirl ain't even a red flag. She's an active force. She is the demilitarized zone.
Unquote. Despite these occurrences, the writer's overall experience was positive, and he would frequently return for visits, each time paying $300 for a bus ticket. With every
What the fuck? $300 for a bus ticket? Where the fuck are you driving?
every visit, he would meet someone new, many of them soul bonders themselves. Jen would frequently ask for money to buy food, and the writer would relent, feeling a sense of obligation. She would also attempt to help the writer and others grow more attached to whatever Final Fantasy character she had assigned to them. This was achieved through various means, including pantomimed magical battles and a past life regression involving laying on the floor and listening to music from the game.
Oh my god, she's trying to mind fuck them into it. The United States of Terra, lunatic. Quitter, get back in there.
One instance, on a trip to the college, she and Hojo locked the writer in a soundproof room past the point of panic to help him, quote, remember being Zack. Another time, when meeting someone soul-bonded to the character Eris, Jen attempted to coax them into sleeping together. To this end, she announced that she was going to lace their food with aphrodisiacs.
Okay, the other things were terrifying, but this part is illegal. Bruh. So, thoughts so far. My thoughts are, why did you pay? Not only are you in the same situation, it's not like you're in the same apartment building and this crazy bitch is there. You're intentionally paying $300 repeatedly to take a fucking bus where somebody probably shits in the back and it smells awful the entire way there. And you get there and your legs are cramped and everything is awful and you're sweaty. And then this crazy bitch comes out and drugs your food.
But whether she actually did so or not, her demands were not realized. As strange as these instances were, however, they were not enough to dissuade the writer when Jen and Hojo proposed that he move in with them. The writer moved into the State College apartment in the summer of 2003 with plans to only stay for the season. Within 3 days, he found a part-time job at a supermarket to help pay for food and rent, and he quit drinking as well. But his experience quickly degraded.
It's probably a bad sign when you stop drinking and you start realizing how bad your situation is.
Quote, I can't even say what came first, chicken or egg, but let's just say that after 1 week, I was getting sick of it. I was the workhorse. I guess because I was Zack, I was therefore the manly man, as opposed to Jen the Cetra Queen or Hojo the frail scientist. Jen quit her babysitting job and refused to look for another one. I was the one who had to carry groceries to and from the house.
Bro,
the
what
one who
the
made the money
fuck?
to feed everyone. The one who had to fix or move furniture when it...
Honestly, I think that would be the second worst girl I know. I want to pretend like I don't know what you're talking about, but unfortunately I do.
needed to be fixed or moved. My computer could rarely get online because Jen was on almost 24/7. The rest of the time she would watch me as I typed, so I could never make a journal entry that read something along the lines of, "Jen is abusing me, help me God, I'm tired and I want out of here."
Jesus!
Unquote. Jen's pattern of surveillance worsened quickly. She would always be listening in on calls, reading his online interactions, and demanding to know wherever he was going to keep track of him. She would frequently wake him up in the middle of the night for sundry magical errands, depriving
That is legit like some Guantanamo Bay shit. That's like an interrogation method where they wake you up consistently so you don't get a lot of sleep, so you're more pliable for what they want to ask you or tell you to do. Whoa, she's fucking like mind fucking him. Yes, aphrodisiac is it's the horny drug. It makes you want to bang. I've dated crazy, and I'm kind of glad it never got this bad. Like I said, guys, girlfriend crazy is like autism. It's a spectrum, and you have to be very careful you don't go too far.
him of sleep. She demanded he spend his meager paycheck on $10 steaks for dinner, which made him sick, and when those would only last one night, she and Hojo had him ask for unsold food at the supermarket. Nobody in the apartment would take out the garbage or clean besides the writer, who only washed the dishes, and so the stink festered in the apartment in the hot Pennsylvania summer. Jen only wore a single dress and refused to bathe, opting instead to use scented oil.
Oh god, bro. Oh god. Okay. In human beings, your strongest sense is your sense of smell. So if you see somebody and they look really weird versus they smell really weird, the one thing you're going to remember about somebody, like they could do everything else right, be a wonderful person, very intelligent. If they smell bad, your brain will have a negative association with them. Bro, that bitch, she smelled like a throne of lies.
The writer described the smell in the
Hell
apartment
nah,
as
bro.
rotting flesh and a miasma of filth with Sparkle Sunshine Fairy artificial sugar scent sprayed over it.
Oh god, do you know what this is like? It's like when somebody takes like a really nasty shit in the bathroom and then they sprayed like some kind of like aerosol spray over it and it doesn't make it go away. It just then smells like really bad chemicals and shit at the same time. This is a shit show.
What's more, Jen and Hojo would beat each other loudly and with increasing frequency behind their bedroom door as the summer continued, each time followed by noisy sex. This pattern of starvation, sleep
Don't mind me talking in chat, guys. I just wanted to add some flavor.
deprivation, surveillance, and social
Fake Tippy.
isolation eroded the writer's will, and he began supporting them blindly. For example, while the writer was staying there, Eris grew tired of Jen, and the two had a falling out. The writer described the aftermath. Quote, "Apparently, Eris called one evening when Hojo and I were at the used bookstore, stealing books, yes, that poor, and said she wanted some of her things back that she had left at the apartment. Jen exploded. She called Hojo's cell phone in tears, screaming she was going to kill herself. I believed it. Hojo called Sid and
Oh god, she ulted. Bro, that's a crazy girlfriend ult. Alright, I'm just gonna tell you right now, if you guys ever feel like she is on the verge of pulling this move, you need to get out beforehand. Because once she pulls that out, you're fucked. You're fucked, bro. Is this the Tippy Hendrix impersonator we were warned about? Yeah, unfortunately she comes in here sometimes. I really don't know what her problem is. By the way, fake Tippy, how have your shits been? That smell thing is true as fuck. My uncle was a hoarder, and after many years he died. I saw a picture of him, and the smell hit me like I was standing in his house. Bro, there's something about the sense of smell that is super strong.
demanded he go over. Hojo called Eris and screamed at her. I told her off too. We rented a taxi with money we didn't have and raced home. Jen, who had been screaming she had slit her wrists, was sitting in the middle of the floor. Sid was draping damp cloths on her wrists. I woke up for a second and knew this was bullshit. I had a problem with self-injury, so I knew very well the sight of a deep cut and the sight of a light cut. I know well knife wounds. Jen had scratched herself. horizontally on the wrists. Maybe it had been with a safety pin or a butter knife. It was not any kind of
use
suicide
safety
attempt.
scissors.
At the most, it would sting. But I was still mad at Eris because I was supposed to be. I wrote her nasty emails. I joined them in bashing her. I ignored her when she came to pick up her stuff, even
Bro,
though
he
she
got
obviously wanted
brainwashed.
to still be friends with me. I regret that now because we never reconciled then. Maybe if I had got a clue and tried to get out with her, things would have turned out different. Unquote. Soon, he was left with no money to leave and no confidence to ask for help. Even when he attempted to talk to his father.
Is this like kind of like a Stockholm syndrome thing? Where like initially like you're the one that's being abused, but eventually you feel like a weird form of kinship with the abuser, and then you start abusing other people?
Father at a payphone, Jen would go hunting for him. Then, when the filth in the apartment grew unbearable, Jen and Hojo asked their landlord if they could move to a smaller, single-room apartment, further increasing their proximity. The writer was the one to move the boxes. Soon after the move, the supermarket cut the writer's job to 1 hour a week. But even so, Hojo took all of them out to buy new things for the apartment, implying that she had been hiding money away in order to make the writer pay for things. Here, as they did many other times, they
This
fought
bitch.
publicly. However, there was one person from the circle of friends in town who had consistently helped to stabilize the writer's mental state, a person who went by Sid, also a name from Final Fantasy, though the author describes him as having, quote, 1 foot in reality. He wrote, Sid occasionally would come over. When
Oh
he
boy.
did, I was
Oh
glad
no.
because it was someone else. But he was and still does have his dickish moments. Jen would make these the be-all end-all, and Renee would back her up. I began to think he was like that all the time and didn't want to hang out with him when he was gone. Once he came back, they had to restart the process of brainwashing me all over again.
Bruh, this is what they do, dude. Fucking cults. This is like, this is fuck. They isolate you and shit like that. That is wild. Yeah, where's Tifa? Also, if she doesn't have big titties, if she's not big titty Tifa before her titties got nerfed, then she doesn't count. I just want to say that. Also, Meatloaf, welcome in. We're deep diving on Final Fantasy House, and it is so what the fuck. I never understood how people can see so many red flags and still go with shit like this. It's a combination of things, I think, like Chad is saying. Disbelief, depression, isolation. Like, you get gaslit, probably. Holy fuck, bro. I think maybe there's a certain amount of, like, they wouldn't really be this crazy, right? Like, where you're like, people aren't really this fucking bad, but they're that bad.
Unquote. It was after one of these visits that the writer finally gathered the will to leave. Inspired after someone had stolen his shoes, he left everything behind in the apartment and walked the streets barefoot. By the end, he had spent a total of 2 months living with Jen and Hojo. After being homeless for a few days, Sid helped him gather his things and returned to his mother's home in Brooklyn.
Bro, Sid
Besides
coming
his own
in?
account, the writer spoke of a few others involved with Jen specifically. One account was about someone he referred to as Captain McCool, a sensitive person with
Dude, first of all, base Sid. Second of all, being able to name yourself Captain McCool. I fucking love this person already. I hung out with druggies in their den that were 1,000 times more normal than these loonies. I know. At least they're just happily enjoying their weed or something.
whom they sought to fill the vacant spot that the writer had left.
He's a
When they
bros,
asked
bro.
him to move in with them, he was too nervous to turn them down directly, and so he claimed that he had been assaulted to avoid it. When
What
they
the
discovered his
fuck?
lie, they, quote, had him stuck in a chair and forced him to watch while they raped each other. Another person, whom he referred to as Bean, would sell her blood to help fund Jen's lifestyle. At the time he was writing the LiveJournal post, she was still living with them, but stayed in the
I like how for everything that's happening, N is just looking at this and going, the lack of capitalization of the eyes is killing me. And I want to disagree, but there's an evil grammar Nazi in me that agrees.
attic and was forced to remain as quiet as possible. The writer expected some people in the Final Fantasy community to see this, but he couldn't expect the sort of attention it would receive.
Bro, this shit is wild.
Word spread quickly about the LiveJournal post, and many fans of Final Fantasy, as well as Soulbonders, commented that they had heard some details about Jen and the group in State College, but hadn't known the extent of their behavior. Others who already knew her found these claims unsurprising. Beyond the community, however,
Ah, yes. Is there the equivalent of like, I don't think anybody uses Yelp anymore, but is there like equivalent of Yelp but for crazy bitches where you can be like, yep, I've seen this cunt before. She tried to induct me into a cult.
However, this story
I think
gained
we need
interest
that.
on forums, including 4chan, who treated it with disgust and fascination. It was soon adopted into general knowledge as a way to reference poor living conditions and soul bonders, a subsection of a group known as otherkin. It was here that the infamous
AKA,
story
they have
earned its
alters.
generally recognized name and misnomer.
No, you shouldn't. You should never put your pee-pee in crazy. Okay? Your pee-pee is like a thermometer, and crazy is like heat, and a certain amount of crazy is okay. But if you put it in too much heat and too much crazy, it's gonna burn off your pee-pee. That's no good.
The Final Fantasy VII House, or often just the Final Fantasy House. Though the rest of the internet would sometimes question its veracity, the writer's account seemed generally accepted within the Final Fantasy community. He began to receive testimony from other people affected by the group, many of
There was one. Women made an app for shitting on guys, and guys made one for shitting on women, and they all got hacked. Oh, fuck. I forgot about that. That was funny. That was so funny, bro.
them people he had met
They all
during
got
his time
doxxed.
at the apartment. To share their correspondences, he created a website where he cataloged the accounts of those who approached him alongside his own. Due to the limited archival information available, it's difficult to say the rate at which he updated the site with new accounts, but it appears he was receiving them as late as 2006, with each person represented by a pseudonym. Some of these accounts were from people mentioned in the original LiveJournal post, and they helped elucidate the practices of the group and enunciate Jen's and Hojo's behaviors. These accounts suggest an air of amateurishness yet charisma to everything Jen did.
Bro, the first fucking sentence of this. Weird chicks experience, good holy god. You know it's gonna be good.
For example, one account from someone going by Zarla wrote, quote, "There were also tarot card readings and such while we were there. Jen had the same tarot deck I had as a kid, the Tarot of the Cat People, and she told my fortune using the exact same method outlined in the little booklet that came with the cards. I can't remember anything really specific about the readings except there was always mention of something coming after me or something, thus the coughing. If I remember right, later we were playing with a Ouija board and that something or someone was again trying to contact us." Unquote. These accounts would also unanimously support the assertions about Jen from the original writer. One of the oddest entries, however, was an open letter prefaced by the LiveJournal writer. Quote, "The following was taken from the Wayback Machine. It is posted without consent of the original author, and I want to make that damn clear. She has
Okay.
nothing to do with it being here, so don't involve her. It is being backed up here due to the fact that it contains some current information that I felt should be edited out, like names or references to other people uninvolved. As far as I know, the original author is now happily farming turkeys in Idaho."
I was not ready for that turn. Like, you ever played like a race car game, like a racing game, and like you haven't learned the map yet, and you think you're gonna be turning a certain way, and there's a couple different avenues, and you just like run into a fucking building basically, like, or a wall or a barrier. Like you choose like the direction is left and you go right basically. That is what my brain just did right now. The turkeys in Idaho is not where I thought we were going. Yeah, that was whiplash as fuck. Farming cat girls in Costa Rica, that would be the life. That would be the life, bro. I believe r/nice girls is where you find all the psychotic women. No, they're everywhere. They're everywhere.
Don't hassle her. This was written in 2003. The article itself
This
was
motherfucker's
apparently
still not
written by
capitalizing
another
the
active
I.
member of the soul bonding
I just want you to know, if you go to hell someday, Henry, if you go to hell someday, there's not gonna be fire, there's not gonna be anything bad. You're just gonna be filled with manuscripts and screens just filled with words, and not a single I is going to be capitalized. So be nice to people.
community, though clearly no longer associated with Jen, under the pseudonym Candy Wrapper. The introduction to the letter reads, "Genova, when I became your apprentice, you told me to shut up and not argue with
The fuck are you, a Sith?
you. Apparently, a sorceress is supposed to be a creature who blindly accepts the opinions of the authorities, even when she firmly believes that they are wrong. From this, I learned that when Jen says something I disagree with, I need to nod and make agreeing sounds anyway. Otherwise,
The green? Oh, I didn't think the cat stink could get worse, but she went green. Yeah, see, when dog girls are very stinky, the green color is the mold.
we would have to fight every 2 minutes, and quite frankly, saying what I thought wasn't worth the hassle. I am not, however, your apprentice anymore, and I am free to say what I think. And I will, because it's a relief to say it, even if you aren't reading this. I do not actually give a crap whether you read it or not. It will hurt your feelings, and you will care that it happened, and I don't. You have been warned. The letter is structured as a list, and the first item reveals the name of Jen. You do not look like any Final Fantasy characters. You look like Jennifer Cornett. And
oof! That's the biggest insult. How dare you? How dare you?
end of story. She shared some of her thoughts on Hojo and her relationship with Jen. If Renee does not go to class and do her homework, it will be difficult for her to pass those classes. Then she is no closer to graduating. Until she graduates, it will be hard for her to get a job that makes more money than she gets now. This is called capitalism, and it's a bitch. No one likes it, but no one has come up with anything that works any better. Renee always has to call
Wow, a sentence held together with duct tape.
You are a son of a bitch. You are a son of a bitch.
This chat drops frames.
Henry, look away. Look away. I can't believe this is in my chat. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Mods, please ban yourself.
off work or skip class to give you attention. She does this because she loves you. Love makes people do irrational and reckless things. This is one of them. That does not make it a good idea. You are wrecking Renee's life. It is wrong to do so, even if you have her permission. A few other choice lines read, "You have no money because you keep spending it on things you want. Anything you want is not automatically a magical item. There may be potential magic in everything, but then there's magic in things you don't bother to look at. Things you can have for free."
Fuck, I should have done that. I was never good at that. Like, you guys ever go to the store and your mom, you're like, whether it's a grocery store or a toy store, and you want to get something, but your mom or your dad are just like, no, not this today. We gotta get this stuff. I should have just been like, but it's magical. I need that.
Free. If something is a magical item, that doesn't mean you must own it. It would be nice if you could, but you can't always do so. I had money because I rarely bought anything for myself. Whenever I got some money, I would save it. I am not a money generator, and neither are my parents. If you want to have money, you need to not spend it. I now do not have money because I spent it on you. Poof, all gone. You still wanted more, but I didn't have any more to give you. I have-
Bruh. I wondered, did they go outside and kill monsters for loot and gold? That sounds like they probably did. Based on the behavior that I've heard of her so far, I'm pretty sure that it would not be beyond her to just go out and try to rob homeless people of, like, quarters.
I've been using crystals since I was 10 years old. You are wrong when you start with that "you won't use them properly" shit, because I've been using crystals since elementary school. You taught me no
Crystal clear.
magic. The only thing I actually learned from you was to beware of people like you. But among these accounts, there was one that stood
You know what? Actually, Jay, based. My parents, oh, it's magical? We have magical at home. My dad would 100% have done that. Fuck.
out from the others, and if it's to be believed,
Crystal
it
meth?
showed just
My
how
favorite.
far the manipulation of Jen's entourage could go. In November of 2005,
The unemployed Floyd, welcome in. Welcome in, unemployed Floyd. I'm not going to give you a job, but I'm going to give you a place to sit. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
In November of 2005, the LiveJournal writer entered email correspondence with a woman who went by Mela. Mela had apparently known and
Ash, welcome in as well. Thank you also for the follow. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
email correspondence with a woman who went by Mela. Mela had apparently known and bonded with Jen in a Utah boarding school and rediscovered her online through an open letter. Though the quote in the email isn't quite the same, it's highly likely that the letter Mela discovered was the list written by Candy Wrapper. Hoping to reconnect, Mela asked the author of the letter for Jen's information, and sometime after, she visited Jen's residence for 2 weeks.
Oh, God.
Here, she claims Jen was able to convince her to spend $2,000 on various objects and food.
What the fuck? Okay, I have two problems with this. One, why do you just have randomly like $2,000 like on hand to spend? Number two, You barely know this bitch. Why would you do that? Do you have any idea how many game subscriptions you could buy for that? Fuck this girl.
By asking only for small amounts at a time. Sometime afterward, likely in 2005, Mela made the decision to begin living with them. Quote, I moved in with $17,000 in my bank account, and soon Jen had drained all of that on necessities.
$17,000? Bro, I'm not crazy enough. I'm not doing this shit right. I'm not doing this right. Bro, I'm fucking up everything. All I need to do, okay, if I'm a little crazier and I start a cult, then I can get people to just pay my rent constantly, and I'll gaslight them and make them homeless, and everything will be fine. Would it be crazy together? Let's do it, chat. Let's be crazy. Let's form a cult.
All for the house, many of which went into Jen's room and never came out. Soon I received a check from the investment company for $80,000 and Jen's spending.
We're like a Timu cult though, because we're all too lazy. We're all too lazy. Like, I'm not gonna make Kool-Aid and shit for you guys. It's just like, you know, the thought would be nice, but you're on your own.
Began again in earnest. I tried to get her to stop spending money on frivolous things, but every time I said no or told her she should spend her own money buying things for herself, she threw a fit. All this time, she was telling me how important I was to her special plan, how the world needed us to stick together so we could conquer evil, etc. I wanted desperately to feel special.
Bro, she is the evil.
I was scared
She's like
and
the
alone,
fucking pride
and
evil.
I believed her. She knew a few magic tricks, was very good at reading people, and could give relatively accurate tarot readings. I fell for her lies, hook.
What's the name of the cult? I was too lazy to come up with a name. I just keep calling you guys you fuckers. I'm really not the best cult leader, okay? Like, can I have like a cult like agent, like a representative maybe, like a cult connoisseur maybe?
Line and sinker.
Cult of the Glubshido.
After
like
she moved in, it was clear that
cult
Hojo's
HR.
relationship with Jen had deteriorated, and she had been supplanted by a new person named Angel, whom Mela claimed was remarkably violent. Jen was now sleeping exclusively with Angel, though sometimes Hojo would sleep with Angel as well. Hojo was forced to stay extremely silent during the day or risk being berated by Jen. This information strongly suggests that Hojo was the one who was selling blood to fund Jen. Their hygiene was also still a
Okay. First of all, most of the time people just donate blood for free, but selling regular blood, you can only give blood in general only so often, and regular blood isn't worth that much. They might have been doing blood plasma, which is worth a lot more, but you can't do that very often. How the fuck did they do this? I said this before, but vampire, you might be right. Cheddar Bay biscuits? The fuck are those? Those sound like they might be good. I'm suspicious. There is no recruitment requirement. We're a very accepting cult. It took me too long to realize they were all named Final Fantasy names. Bro, Frosty, we need to have a talk.
abysmal. Quote, oh, how Jen smelled. Angel was much worse, though. I don't think that girl ever bathed. They just kept adding perfume. And Jen's purple skirt/dress stinked to high heaven.
God.
That was until I made her other clothes to wear.
Bro, she never washed her clothes either. Like, everything stank. Every ounce of cult girl sweat she ever sweated was in those armpits and in that dress.
Where Jen, during this time, was apparently made aware of the LiveJournal writer's website as well. At some point, it appears that they moved somewhere new, and it was here that she claimed
Bro, it is. It's like female Christian.
She was beaten on multiple occasions. Once, during a dispute, one of them grabbed onto Mela's hair and started slamming her head into the floor, while Jen and Angel beat her with their fists, then sat on her and attempted to choke her. Finally, she passed out from the head trauma. Jen would later convince her that she had attacked Jen first, then blacked out. Eventually, Mela would tolerate no more, and she kicked them out. Much like their apartment, the house was left a mess, which Mela documented with photographs. They also had stolen numerous objects upon their departure, including board games, fabric, and a set of corsets, though her...
Okay, I just want to point something out right now. If you've never been a connoisseur of these kind of clothes, you probably don't know. But if you're gonna get a good corset, like an actual nice corset, that shit is expensive, bro. Bitch, you're a jobless, homeless, female fucking Christian. The fuck?
Demand for back payments of rent, quote, in
they're
excess
expensive.
of $10K is suspiciously inexact. While this account is consistent with other reports of the group's behavior, there was no method by which anyone could verify the veracity of any of them, instead leaving only the word of the writers.
You guys say that this could be worse, and I agree, but we're also not getting the smell.
The faces of Jen and Hojo. In the frequently asked questions section, he wrote, "Is this photo Vincent/Jen/Hojo? 90%."
What the fuck? 90% of the time? No, this was Jen in 1999. She got fatter and dirtier. Just. You know what that means, right? That means she has more places to sweat. She's probably got a fupa. She's probably got the under boob sweat. This stench has only increased.
At the time, no. This was Jen in 1999.
Base
She got
description.
fatter and dirtier. This was Renee in 2000. She looks the same. In response to this attention, Jen and Hojo began to frantically delete most traces of themselves online, and even with their names publicly available, nobody could find them. After this, the attention on these stories
that muffin
began
top
to
sweat.
wane. But only a few years after the accounts were posted, the Final Fantasy house would return in a way that nobody expected and, at first, seemed entirely unrelated.
No, and nobody wanted! I was not prepared for this whole...
On July 15th, 2008, a LiveJournal user by the name of Dragon Tiger Claw wrote a post entitled Insane Housemate Part 1 and published.
You know it's gonna be good. This is the kind of thing, like, you know, like when you sit down and watch like a YouTube video, you're like, I don't know if this is long enough. Like, you want something like good in the background for a while. This is the one where you see when there's a part 1, you know there's gonna be a part like through 5, and you were fucking set, bro.
It on Housemate Horror, an open, moderated page where people could share their stories of bad roommates. The opening reads, quote, "I used to live in an awesome situation in SoCal until the housemate from hell moved in. Fortunately, she has left, but the bitterness remains on my tongue. It is a saga that can only be told in pieces. Please bear with me. In the cut, you will find part..."
You know what's really sad, Jill? You're saying, I know you're laughing, you're like, okay, Hollywood, this is the next internet story. Adapted into a movie. Fuck creepypasta. No, because this is still gonna be better than most of the movies they're making now anyway.
One of the saga involving the girl who believed she was a video game character. Unquote. Soon, the author would name himself as Pete. The tale was structured in irregularly sized sections, with many of them ending on cliffhangers. He explained,
Part 2. Jen started to get even fatter. I don't even care about the... I don't care about the size. I care about the dirty. Because you can have a nice large woman that she's very beautiful and squeezable and squishable, and she smells nice, and that's fine. But you have somebody that is dirty and stinky, there is no redemption.
That he was living with 5 other people in a 4-story house. He claimed that the rent was a preposterously low $500 a month, and that the landlord, Matt, kept it that way because his chief concern was that he wanted company in the house he had inherited. However, his standards for roommates were high. They all had to have stable income and employment and be at least 25 years old. The woman who was chosen after their screening process was kept anonymous by Dragon Tiger Claw and was given the placeholder name Sarah, who moved in without much trouble. She claimed to be a 27-year-old computer programmer who already had a job in the area, but when she went back to work...
I haven't had an age requirement when I've lived in an apartment, but... I think they might do it for the same reason like they do stuff with like sometimes car companies and stuff like that. The idea is that like you're older, maybe you're more mature and a little more like dependable.
After the move, she returned saying she was laid off. When others offered to help her find new work, she consistently delayed accepting it, which made them
just
suspicious.
holds her down.
But much more striking was her connection to a particular game. Quote, "In the 3 weeks that followed, Sarah was still unemployed. She spent all her time playing video games in the family room. She would play the same game over and over, some crappy-looking RPG from the 90s.
Bruh.
It had an unpronounceable name, but Sarah said she was bonded to the game. She also told us that she changed her name to be that of one of the game characters. Upon further discussion, she explained that she believed she was the human incarnation of this character and that they shared a soul."
Bro, that's not true though. You're saying like at least in a fuck you, shut up phone. Wait, I gotta take my medicine. Ooh, give me like 1 second. Uno momento. Okay. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. All of my legal drugs have been taken. Used to be like the insurance companies don't usually do the low rates for 25-bit anymore unless your record is spotless and you drive it beater. Nice. With all this, with the animal thing, you're like, at least no animals involved, but I was muted. What do you want to listen to me just swallowing pills, bro? Hairball. Undiagnosed issues? Oh, she 100% has issues. The problem is not that she has issues. The problem is that when she's making her issues give other people issues. But there was, in the pictures that we saw of the leftover stuff, there was cat litter. Which, I don't know, maybe she really likes to eat cat litter or shove it up her rectum. Who knows? But if there is a cat there, I feel very bad.
Unquote. Pete refused to reveal what character she was claiming to be, however, since it would be identifying information. This game would, in the second...
Maybe it was for Jen? Maybe that's part of the reason she smelled so bad, is she's just like shitting in random corners. Dude, it's like the scene out of The Boys where she just has like a giant litter box and she shits in there in real life.
Update be revealed to be the Japanese RPG Suikoden, released in 1995. Soon afterwards, a friend of hers came to visit the house. She also believed herself bonded to a Suikoden character, specifically Sasarai, but since Pete could neither spell nor pronounce it, he simply called her something. After spending
like literally just something. They could have fixed that by getting her a litter robot, but she's too big. She's too big. I don't think they don't have any robots big enough. What's your name? Something.
A week together playing video games, they picketed a barbecue that the rest of the housemates were having. Though they had been given vegetarian options to join, they refused on moral grounds, denouncing them for eating meat. After they were aggressively told off, they were asked for a house meeting, which took place in March, to discuss whether or not Sarah would be allowed.
Bro, what the fuck is this? Like, okay, if you guys are gonna do something really weird and questionable, at least have the decency, the intelligence to lie low, bro. Do not call attention to yourself. Don't be so fucking dumb. Why would you do this? Also, thank you. Thank you, now I feel better. I'm only negative 100 social credit. I'm sure everything will improve. In short order, I'll be fine.
Allowed to stay for a house meeting, which took place in March, to discuss whether or not
one step closer to awakening the elders virgin robot cat girl goddess Ilu. Time to chant. What the fuck does Wolo mean? Wolo, 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 Wolo. Is that some kind of slur? I probably just chanted a slur. The best defense is a good offense. That's true. But that's only if your offense is powerful enough. If you have a weak offense, then you're just drawing attention. I like how I said that this is probably a slur, and then you guys all started spamming Wolo. My chat is fuck you! We mean down the rabbit hole, not up. Listen, we're going down the rabbit hole together, okay? The least you could do is be nice. I wanted to come up with something like really like, you know, like smart and smarmy or whatever the fuck the word, snarky, I don't know, you know, like English words, but I'm too brain dead because I'm just completely and wholly focused on this right now. Bro, this bitch. Actually, wait, I need to tell you guys something. One of the places I lived for a little bit, when I was in school, I lived in a townhouse with some other girls, and the first set of girls was fine, but then like one out of I think there was like 3 or 4 of us in the house, but then one of the girls had to move out because she was moving somewhere else, which was totally normal. There was nothing wrong. But the girl that came in after her was fucking psychotic, and we ended up having to boot her out because she would do stuff where like she would just like, for example, maybe she would cook a pot of noodles, but then not eat the noodles and leave it there for days. It started growing mold. I would ask her daily to move her stuff or throw things out, and she wouldn't do it. And then her family had to come and move her out because she was such a fucking psych case. And I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, dude. I needed like a flamethrower. It wasn't even like she had like a redeeming thing where it was like sexy mole girl, you know? Like maybe she was just like rot maxing, but like there was some kind of redeemable quality. Nope, there was nothing, bro. It was literally like this Jen bitch. You can't fix her. I mean, I could fix her, but it involves arson, so.
Sarah would be allowed to stay. Sarah attempted
Yeah,
to
Tippy
explain
light.
herself. Quote, Sarah lifted her head and started to talk. She started with, I am sorry, but you have to understand where I am coming from. She also said, lots of people can't understand me because I have such a high intellect, it is beyond their grasp.
Bro, is this like the female version? Is this the Floyd version of the like just like the Trilby incel? Is that where we're at? This is amazing. It is indeed beyond my grasp.
Excuse us for being sane, bitch. Unquote. They eventually learned that she had used friends' help to get past the screening process.
Are
she had
you
never had
kidding?
a job in California, was from the East Coast, and used a friend's address to get a California driver's license while another posed as her boss.
Bro.
Matt allowed her to stay until May 1st, since she had already paid for April. Sarah, however, wasn't willing to leave so easily.
Boy, is she squatter? Squatter's rights, let's go.
By this point, numerous readers had become enraptured, begging for updates.
Bro, that is so fucking disgusting. That is so fucking disgusting. And I quote, Henry, I will quote this for the rest of my life in my heart. She was growing entire biomes. Bitches like mushrooms in her vagina.
It's to what they had come to call the Sarah Saga, and many returned daily in hopes that a new part would be posted by Pete. In response to the pressure from Matt and the rest of the house, Sarah isolated herself in her room, with Sasarai acting as a go-between. She would only leave it in Sasarai's company. However, this didn't last long, as Matt was able to pull a favor from a
I hate you for making me imagine that. You are so welcome. That's my revenge. For every time you fuck with me, chat.
psychologist friend to get her treatment for free, and he managed to convince Sarah to attend. Soon,
Okay, wait a minute. This is a good turn. Does she get treatment?
she was on medication and was interacting with the others on a more normal basis. It was during this time that they discovered Sarah's true form of income. Quote, she said, plain as can be, I have people offer me donations on my blog so I can spread the news of my religion. Her religion being that she is actually a male video game character from a game that came out in the 90s.
This is even better than like Space Lord Xeno shit. This is fucking amazing. I'm gonna do this. I wanna make my own religion. Fuck, I don't know what to do though. Everything, I know what's gonna happen because you're in a Catholic family, so everything is gonna be so derivative and boring, and I'm not gonna be able to do anything cool. I'm gonna need to like hire a writer. I need a religion writer.
What? So there are some morons out there who are giving money to Sarah so
Mushroom
she
shield.
can pretend to be a video game character and teach others how to do the same? Something said, we give her things because she has helped us find our true selves.
Are you
So
fucking
don't
kidding
work
me?
either, Tim asked. I could tell he was ready to explode. No, I get government.
I have a question. If you could spend a year in a game of your choice, what would it be? It depends. How much power do I have? Like, am I just gonna be like a regular character where I'm fucked if it's a bad thing, or is it like I'm like super powered? Like if I'm OP, even if it's like cataclysmic shit, then I don't have to care, right? Because I can just blow everything up. Lots of blowing. I have a container filled with one donut. The donut's been there for months, and there's like black mold inside. Do I open it under bleach or water or throw? Throw. Unless it's like some kind of like legitimate thing from like your great grandmother in like old Italy or something like that. I would throw it. I don't think you can redeem it. Lick it before you throw it though.
Benefits in the UK. Why? Because I don't like to work. Soon after this, Sarah's boyfriend
At least she's fucking honest, I guess.
convinced her to abandon her medication, and the results were violent. After
Why
one of the
would you
breeder
do
housemates
that?
demanded she start taking the pills again, she began smashing fragile objects, including a window. She would continue to take her pills irregularly, but by this point, interaction between her and the rest of the house fell to a minimum.
Oh,
By the
gee.
time May 1st came, there was no sign of her moving out, and when Matt attempted to evict her, Sarah called the Department of Fair Employment and Housing, claiming discrimination against her religion and her...
Wait, I'm gonna fucking do that. I'm gonna do that. When I eventually get banned, inevitably, because it's gonna happen, even if it's not today when I look like Tippy so I can make it even worse, I'm gonna invent my own religion and then tell them that they're religiously discriminating against me. You hear me, Clancy? You hear me, Clancy?
her disabilities. While the state didn't follow through on these threats, they did discover that Matt had never filed the correct paperwork to house tenants, and Matt couldn't evict her until the proper paperwork was.
This is a comedy of fucking errors. Are you serious right now, bruh? Sheesh! Claim anime racism against you? I will. I'm going to say that I identify IRL as a cat girl, and that's a different species, and I think you're being specious, which is actually worse than racism even. It's the worst. It's the worstest. Big I'm sorry. Hold on a second. I'm trying to have tuberculosis. Fuck yeah, let's go. Claim anime racism. I like it. We're gonna go with that one. Reminds me of when I was young. I asked my mother if I could eat a muffin. Oh god, wait, no, scroll the fuck up. I need to see this. And I found in the back of the pantry and it was almost completely white with mold. At least that's regular mold. I think there's a lot of regular molds that you can actually eat and still be okay, but the black mold is a problem.
Filed, but the strangest event would happen that summer. In July, Sarah gathered 12 members of her soul bonding group at the house to perform a ritual,
12?
threatening Matt that she would file a discrimination suit against him if he wouldn't let them stay. Though Matt acquiesced, he only allowed them to stay until 10 o'clock that night. One roommate demanded that the soul bonders be ejected, but Matt wanted to gawk at their ritual, and so they stood in the kitchen and ate pizza while watching them. He describes the ritual. Quote, Sarah came downstairs, dressed in a white dress.
Oh my god, this is gonna be like, have you guys ever seen the original Beetlejuice movie? Where Beetlejuice wants to marry Lydia and like, he's got her in the red dress and then he puts the two parents, their ghosts in their wedding gown, in her wedding gown and in his wedding suit. Bro, that's like 100% what's happening right now. Bro, she's fucking losing her shit even more. I didn't even know that was possible. Listen, it's not a smell, it's a musk.
She kept glancing at us. Something stood between her and us so she couldn't see us, I guess, and she began talking. She talked about how this was Betty's awakening and how Betty was now going
Fucking Betty. Well, what is this? That's like a 1950s housewife name.
to finally realize her potential by harnessing the soul of a video game character.
Bro!
I couldn't stand it. I started cracking up. The rest of the housemates started cracking up. This was better than any kind of TV you can imagine.
Wait, I have a question. What happens if two different people want to bond with the same soul? Like if you're like Betty and some other bitch both wanted to be Aerith, what happens? Do they have to like fight to the death? Can we like make them Thunderdome that shit and sell tickets? Hey, Tippy. What's up, girl? Welcome in. I hope they do fight to the death. I would like to sell. We could do some Fight Club shit with that. Got a knife fight? Fuck, we're gonna have to find the right knives.
See if you can picture all of these nut jobs kneeling around the altar as the video game played its music in the background. Sarah stood over them.
Wait, are they just
preaching
kneeling
this
around a
religion,
video game
and the right
console? Please
bishop
tell me yes.
something would occasionally interject something
You mean LARP Club? No. No, LARPing is okay because at least when you're being like lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt, you know that there's not actually a lightning bolt. Plus this bitch stinks. That's a lot worse.
deep from her position. Sarah was really getting upset, so more of her friends made the human wall. We could still hear all the stupid, even after they turned up the volume on that video game. At this point, Matt threatened to call the police since it was nearly 10 o'clock. But when one of the members of Sarah's group threw a punch, the threat was carried out, and the group was forced from the premises.
Oh my fucking god, there's more! More on Sarah from Tim. I'm a jerk. I know. No, you're not a jerk. You're not a jerk. When somebody's this amount of crazy, the world needs to know. This is like, it's more like a public service announcement. Now Betty is one of the characters of Paw Patrol, probably. She accidentally becomes that bitch from Frozen and just keeps singing the song. And then eventually is murdered in a ritual by the other video game characters. Kept using the 4chan definition. Why do the craziest people always successfully start cults? Because it's what is that phrase? Fuck. Oh, birds of a feather flock together. Or some shit. Basically, it's all the crazies are in one place. So one crazy says something and the other crazy's like, yeah, that sounds about right. If you do make a cult of religion, I'm sending you cards like an offering. Yeah, it could be. You know what I really like though? I like Sour Patch Kids. Not the watermelon ones though, because those ones are shit tier. You have to give me the actual ones or even the berry ones. Those are okay.
After this point, other members of the house would share some of their experiences, but as they did, readers grew more suspicious. Before this, many people had been doubting the veracity of the claims made by Pete, but when the other housemates began to write in a similar
Bro, fucking Carrie's getting in on it too now. She also has part 2.
fashion to him, it made them even more dubious. These disagreements eventually spiraled into arguments whose full scope was not archived before being deleted, but they were apparently severe enough for the moderator of Housemate Horror to write a post regarding them. Also in this post was a surprising and unexpected piece of information.
What?
Quote, Tim, Pete, and Carrie, aka the people posting from the account Dragon Tiger Claw about the Sarah saga, may be, as they say they are, different housemates of Sarah, or they may be the one person doing a little creative writing experiment.
Wait. Did I just get fucking gaslit? Bro, did we just get fucking... I got fucking baited. Did I just get fucking baited? Because in the beginning, he talked about him being the writer. He's a fucking... You son of a bitch!
Basically, I don't give a crap. The posts have been amusing and entertaining, and anyone who doesn't think so is not being forced to read them, so please do not complain. Farther down, the mod continues. It has been brought to my attention that a post was made by someone who was claiming to know Sarah, and that the posts made by DTC were false and harassing blah blah wah blah.
What's gaslighting? Nothing. Don't worry about it.
This same person, Jay Eckhart, sent me an email before they made that post, requesting IP address information on the poster of the Sarah stories in order to catch the culprit making these false and harassing posts. I declined, as I do not think giving out personal/identifying information such as IP addresses on members of my community without their permission is really a good thing to do you?
Yeah, it's called
also,
doxing.
I have no proof that this person is really representing Sarah or that the posts made about her are
Wait, you're right. It's literally a void and a fucking trilby, isn't it? God damn, bro. My cult hates money and capitalism. Send me your money so that I might perform a secluded burning ritual? No. You can't burn good things. Unless they're red cards. Fuck those. Also Pokemon cards, any of them, especially the ones that fake Tippy likes. Like Snorlax. Fuck Snorlax.
false. I have no proof that they are true either, but until I get proof either way, I think the best thing is to not take any drastic actions. They requested I not tell DTC about them contacting me, and I intended not to, simply because it was the most neutral action to take, but then they made that post and made their intentions public. So I feel fine with telling you all, including DTC, about the email now. But meanwhile, elsewhere on the internet, other people were having their own discussion about the Sarah saga, and they would quickly discover much more than they first expected.
Bro, okay, I need, okay, all hands on deck right now. I need to know anybody who's actually paying attention enough to understand this lore. Do you think it was multiple people, or was it one person writing everybody? Do you think it was one person or more people? I'm kind of fucked up now because I legitimately didn't consider that at all until the mod guy was like, yeah, like, or if you're just one guy doing a creative writing project. Bro, was fucking me up. Multiple, I hope. You just want the tea to be real, don't you? I think it's multiple people and it's about to get better. What if it's one person with multiple personalities? I kind of thought that. Like, what if it actually is that bitch? Like, it's Sarah, but she's like been arguing with her own personalities. And she's just writing them all out. She is the creative writing major, or whatever the fuck it is, the writer. 1 might be 2 to 3 depending on the articles. Stop blaming the lizard people. Yeah, I'm Tippy Hendrix. What
On
of
August 19th, 2008, a member of the Something Awful forums named Jabberwock posted a thread entitled, "If You Thought Furries Were Bad," which linked to the 11 parts of the Sarah saga that had been posted so far. The responses seemed mostly to reflect amusement, though quite a number of forum members echoed the doubt displayed in the comments of the posts themselves. One user, however, who went by Jägerhunde, had a different response. Quote, I haven't read through the journals, I only started the
Goal
first,
posting.
but I swear this could be about a girl I knew and even once dated in that really vague, sad high school nerd way. She claimed that she was soul bonded to the Eris character from Final Fantasy VII, that her girlfriend was soul bonded to Sephiroth, and she swore at one point with perfect seriousness that she was carrying Sephiroth's spirit child.
She fucking got immaculate conception.
Apparently, she'd conducted an elaborate fantasy life with these characters in her head and had written pages upon pages of god-awful fanfiction about it. So far as I know, she grew out of it eventually, but when I say eventually, I mean like late 20s. Even when I knew her at 16, this kind of behavior from her made me want to stay
Tyler
far
Durden,
the
that'd be
fuck
amazing.
away. Oh yeah, the girl in question also changed her name.
Bro has got more sequels to this nonsense than Harry Potter. Bro, I'm way more invested in this than Harry Potter. Fuck Harry Potter. Jabberwocky is so fitting because this is all fucking nonsense. That's true.
To some bullshit nerd fantasy name she made up and absolutely refused to ever be addressed by her birth name.
Are you kidding?
After reading through the rest of the entries, Jägerhunde returned the next day with a new post that took the other readers aback. Pretty sure I've got this all sewn up, goons. Allow me to introduce you to Catherine Rain. By pure chance, Jägerhunde had been in a small writing club in high school with Catherine.
Wait, that does look like the girl from before.
Account, her DeviantArt account, and her LiveJournal account.
That tracks so fucking hard. DeviantArt account, bro. Classic.
They also discovered the Flickr account of someone cosplaying as Sasarai, who had numerous pictures of both herself and Catherine. One of these images credited her as Catherine Silverberg, Silverberg being the surname of a family of characters from Suikoden known for their tactical prowess in war. Other photographs had Catherine in a white dress, something that Sarah had worn in the...
Is this her cult outfit? Is this the cult outfit? She's getting ready for it. That Kool-Aid, bro.
Sarah saga. But the most telling piece of evidence Jägerhunde discovered was legal paperwork of her name change. By searching for her name in the county archives, he was able to discover her court schedule for when she legally changed her name.
Damn, bruh. I mean, I have to give credit to her. That is commitment to that bit. She could have been cute, but then she had a DeviantArt and a LiveJournal account. So sad.
Though the accounts of Pete and his housemates were still doubted, the identity of Sarah seemed almost certain.
But what if she's
They also were able to track down the website that this soul bonding community was using to proselytize curious internet users.
Harmonians. Welcome to Harmonices Mundi. That's like Harmony World or World of Harmony. Worlds, because Mundi is plural.
Users. Another person rediscovered the pamphlets that they would hand out at conventions.
They have fucking pamphlets!
The runes are devoted to preserving the natural order of life.
Yes,
While it
Bishop
can't be denied
Sasarai.
that their bearers have often experienced great hardship as a result of bearing the runes, we know that this is due to inexperienced bearers with no magical training, suddenly and unexpectedly receiving the runes' gifts. With no knowledge of how to live in harmony with these powerful entities, they can't control the vast forces raging in turmoil inside themselves. But if
Bro, chat, what is happening?
people were taught to listen to and understand the runes, we could have the healthy, positive
The
relationships with them that we were always meant to have. The end of the pamphlet encourages readers to contact Bishop Sasarai. After looking through the information on the...
I thought you were just fucking with me and you were memeing it because I didn't read through to it. She actually calls herself Bishop Sasarai.
Final Fantasy house, Jägerhunde made another assertion, that Catherine had also been deeply involved with Jen.
Oh no, she's a
Hojo.
fucking moron. You're just now figuring that out. I think I need to assign an adult to you for supervision.
Believed that she was in fact both Candy Wrapper, the person who had written the list on the website, as well as Eris, the apprentice that Jen had lost. Catherine had also been attending the University of Delaware during the events of the Final Fantasy house, only a 2-hour drive from State College. It appeared that, after these two distanced themselves from one another, Catherine began her own soul-bonding community based on the Suikoden games, gathering followers over the years. Though the evidence linking the two was circumstantial, the specificity...
She 100% is that like the writing or drama major that becomes like an English teacher, and like she's like the biggest bitch ever. Like she's the kind of teacher where like It doesn't matter how good you do, she like refuses to give anybody in her class an A.
The simplicity of it left little doubt, and this revived interest in the Final Fantasy house enough that new people were again discovering it.
Sis, welcome back. You've come at a very interesting time in my life. This is Final Fantasy House. Brace yourself.
On August 22nd, just 2 days after Jägerhunde had posted...
Okay, Cruz, that's not fair. This is better than a lot of WoW lore that I see from noble role players. Even the actual legit official WoW lore is shit at this point because they don't care about lore, so it doesn't matter. At this point, I hope that all of Moonguard just fucks each other in, you know, Goldshire and just ends it all.
About Catherine, he made another post saying, quote, "Took a day off, everyone. I don't really have anything more to add, except to mention to everyone that I've become aware that our protagonist is now aware of this thread. Say hi, everyone." Gleefully, the rest of the forum members began to post messages to Catherine, mocking and teasing her, claiming to be soul-bonded to any number of characters or objects. That same day, however, an update was posted to the Final Fantasy House website. Quote, "I updated some stuff to make it slightly more legible. Evidently, housemate Horror's Sarah is not Rain Crystal. This comes to me via the writer of the Sarah saga. If you think he's lying or that I'm lying, that is your own business, but that is what he told me. Rain Crystal's behavior, soul bond nuttiness, getting money for it, etc."
Jay, that is like 100% on point. She'd just get mad because you're a better writer than her and give you a 0.
Is similar enough to Sarah that she is harassing the writer to stop posting his lies about her. As such, I still think she's worth warning people about. I am sorry, but based on my experiences and the experiences of others, soul bonders are dangerous freakos.
I'm gonna have to agree. See, this is why we have guns in America. These are the people the guns are for. Also, Ash, you're never gonna sleep again. You're welcome. The real question is, who are Biggs and Wedge? You know what? What's funny though? Out of all the people that are doing the weird soul bonding stuff, Sid was like, he was like the man's man, the bro's bro. He was there for him. He wasn't doing the weird shit. I think we all need a Sid in our life.
Unquote. The next day, Jägerhunde had a strongly worded reply. Quote, "This is actually a goddamn lie. Greta is a litigious-loving nut, and it sounds to me like housemate Horror Dude is doing damage control. I don't blame the Final Fantasy VII house author, since he's probably taking it simply on faith that our housemate horror author is telling the truth. But he's not, and anyone who's read this far through the thread should see through this pathetic obfuscation pretty easily." Unquote. In response to one—
Bro, nobody uses that word. Nobody says obfuscation. You can know what it is. You learned it in English class, that's fine. But you use that in a sentence, that is 100%, that is Trilby shit.
One person asking for clarification, Jägerhunde replied,
She fantasy too close to the sun.
"It would be irresponsible for me to say that Greta and her friends have their collective panties in a wad about the housemate horror thing and have been pressuring the author to recant, so I won't. I'd like to add that it's possible that the housemate horror author is a very elaborate troll, but even if he is, this is clearly someone who knows Greta, if it's her, of course, and while I'm willing to entertain the idea that some of the particulars might be fabricated, the fact that anybody, you know, like maybe Greta, has possibly gotten so defensive about a series of stories, which even use false names, says much about that person." Unquote.
I use it in Vampire the Master. You played Adventure or something, didn't you? Fucking be honest, bitch. Why not? Aloe obfuscates us regularly. I hate that you made me say that word out loud. It comes up in code from time to time. Okay, it's a very special, particular. Nobody uses that in like casual conversation, especially on a message board. If you use that word on a message board, you are literally living out the "my intellect is better than yours" fantasy.
Finally, on August 24th, in mid-afternoon,
I want to be
all
Sid-coded.
parts of the story were removed from the housemate horror blog. However, working from Google Cache, the members of the forum were able to piece together all of the parts that had been written by Dragon Tiger Claw and archive it on the forum, though it also had been saved on the Wayback Machine. That same day, the original Final Fantasy House author posted an update to his website. Quote, "Well, what do you know? When something awful found Catherine Rain, things really heated up. The original writer of the Sarah saga got regular harassment until he took the story down. Considering the mind-numbing level of consistent details between Catherine's data and the data on Sarah, I'm going to agree with the goons. The OP was just doing damage control. It's obviously her. The current theory is, in one last-ditch effort to avoid more court battles with her, he deleted all the posts. Well, Greta, you stepped in it. You took away my train wreck that I was reading to defend your crazy cult.
This is the most vibe-coded internet shit ever. It's not like, oh, this matters to me morally or anything like that. It's, I was reading this weird shit, and you took away the story before I was done, so now I'm going to fucking destroy you.
If he was writing fiction or not, you took away the fun. Thanks to Something Awful, we'll have lots of nice photos and links all here about you in just a little while. Unquote. This last update remains on the—
excuse me, I'm the real Tippy. The Timu Tippy is the one that you see talking in chat sometimes. She stole my name.
website to this day, and a link to the Sarah Saga thread on Something Awful is provided farther down the page. Now, the Final Fantasy House's website and the Sarah Saga remain as a warning about fandoms taken to their extreme, but they also serve as an example of how the online space collapses the distances between people, so that even old friends with no more existing ties can discover or stumble across one another, with wildly unpredictable effects.
Bro, I feel like I need to go like pray or something. Like, I'm not really a religious person. My family is religious, and now I'm starting to feel like maybe I need to go to church. Not because of any like church stuff, but like maybe I can just steal some holy water so that when these people come, I can douse them and escape. Encore, bro, I've been down plenty of fucking rabbit holes on YouTube and the internet. I don't think I was ready for this, most especially because I don't have a definitive answer. The fact that I'm now not positive if it was just one person and they got like litigious. You like that word, don't you? They got litigious and then people pulled it down, or if it was one person just doing a fucking like creative writing thing and fucking with people. Like literally just pages and pages of troll. I just learned about a new religion I can show you. I still have to work on inventing mine. I'm kind of a procrastinator, I'm gonna be honest, guys. I will be accepting tips and ideas for our new religion. Wash the stick up this girl with holy water. I tried to do that before. Okay. In all fairness, this wasn't done out of malice, but I tried to drink holy water once when I was a kid. Because like in my brain, I was very young at that point, and I just knew that holy water was special, right? And it was good to like you blessed yourself with it when you went into the church and left. So I thought that if I could dip my face in it and just drink the holy water out of it, I was even more special. Like I got the bigger blessing, and my mom thankfully stopped me before the priest saw me trying to slurp it. Unfortunately, it just tastes like normal water. How does water get holes in it? You poke them, like a condom. Like a condom, bro. But that is a wild story. So is Final Fantasy real? I don't know. Is it fantasy or is it truth? Shotgun a high-ranking position? Technically, if we're making the religion, can we just make all the positions high-ranking positions? But I used the Eagle bathwater, it's more toxic. It wasn't even bathwater though. It was literally like dishwater. She just did dish soap water. She got sued for that, I think. This is how the rest of the church got pink eye? No, they didn't! Because everybody else was smart and they just put it on their forehead like a normal person. I was the only one trying to drink it like it was fucking Gatorade. Bro said, I'm gonna preemptively purify myself and then became a VTuber. Yeah, you can see, well, it's because I didn't get to drink it. I only got to taste it. If I had drank all of the holy water, maybe I would have been okay. Maybe I wouldn't have failed as hard as I have. You know how they make holy water? A priest takes a bit of pot, fills it with tap water, sprinkles some salt in there, and reads a blessing. But you know what's the best? Okay, if you've never had to experience this, let me enlighten you. As a child born into a Catholic family, when they do some blessings, they will, like, the priest will do this like little scepter thing. He dips it in a bucket and he'll throw it at you, right? For blessing. But if you were very close or he like just dipped it, like you get like the first sprinkle, it's like you get like super soakered in the fucking face. I always thought it was cool. Like when I was a kid growing up, everybody else was like wants to like not get, you know, because everybody's wearing makeup and all that shit and looking nice. I was like, I felt like I was at like a show, and I was like, fuck yeah, get me priest. Still didn't purify me, so what the fuck? I'm a dork, and my granny gave me to drink some holy water. It had a strange taste. That's not good. I had water that had a strange taste once because like I lived in a place like away from here, and for some reason like the reservoir there had really shitty tasting water, and I'm a little concerned now. It smelled like a pool. Knudsen has a ton of good videos. If you ever give some downtime, I highly recommend. 100%, bro. Actually, let me link it to you guys. I was so like what's a good pseudo intellectual word? Flabbergasted. I was so flabbergasted that I forgot to link this. But this is the video. This is Final Fantasy House down the rabbit hole. The nude. This is Reddit atheism's final form. The only water that tastes the same every time is ocean water. It's basically just salt and fish poop. We will make a water park out of holy water. Now I just need a clever name for it. That would actually be amazing. Like you could have like a, like instead of like normally like when they do like baptism stuff, they either pour it on you or they like dip you when you're like a baby. What if you did like water park instead? Holy slides? That's okay. That's kind of like fair to middling. That's meh. And pee, yes. The ocean. Just remember when you're swimming around, it's poop and pee and salt, and it's probably been up some grandma's vagina, and now it's on your face. So enjoy yourself. Rotator, welcome in as a first-time chatter. He probably left as soon as he heard that. I hope you have a good day. The holy splash, not bad. I never say Gmilf. I used to say Gilf. Gmilf sounds too long. Pope Wet Dream? It's okay, but it sounds too long. I like 2 words. Alright, give me a break for like 2 minutes. I gotta go take a pee really quick. I go pee. Where's the button? Where's my fucking button? BRB, tactical pee, and then we got some more stuff. I'll be right back. I want you guys to meditate on which Final Fantasy character you would like to soul bond with. And pee. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Will she encounter Piss Squirrel? No! Because I peed upstairs. He's... That little motherfucker is probably literally just sitting in the yard, like, looking up at the top window now, the second floor, going, I know she's there. I know she's peeing, I can sense it. King, thank you for the 2 videos. Thank you, thank you, thank you. No, there was no Piss Squirrel! Mostly because I was... No? No Piss Squirrel, only Piss Girl. I know a woman who was arrested for slashing her stepmom. What the frick? How did we get to this? What did I miss while I was gone? Stay strong, brother. Chat, she's freaking me out. What the fuck were you guys doing while I was peeing? Definitely soul bonded to one of the failed Sephiroth clones for Final Fantasy VII. I don't know who I would soul bond to. If you could soul bond to any video game character, it didn't have to be Final Fantasy. Who would you soul bond with? Piss Squirrel needs the Piss Squirrel in her house? No, I don't. I have enough piss power. I don't need his piss power fighting mine. He asked for the weird flex. Dante? That's impressively edgy. The only right answer is Dante or Leon. Leon is a good answer too. Just keep in mind that people are going to make a lot of mods of you with your nipples out. Everyone here better say Travis touchdown. You're just sitting there with the smiling, mouth agape and tail wagging. I was really happy to pee. What if I just want to be the major? What if I want to be like Motoko Kusanagi? I'll just do like a partial lobotomy and put like a CD drive in my head. I bet if I go to like a, you know, like a lot where there's a bunch of like old junk, like old computer parts, I could find something to put in. Ilo has giant nips because of taking Tippy's image. It's true. I drew it on with lipstick. I'm anatomically correct. Tippy Hendrix. Also, King, thank you very much for the 15 biddies. All right, how about this? I think we need a brain reset. Chat, we went too far and too deep. This is how the dwarves found a fucking Balrog. We need to go back. Full body prosthetic would be nice. Bro, as soon as that's possible, I'm gonna be like, okay, Elon, put my brain in the new fucking body. I'm out. Give me my full body prosthesis. She has satellite nips? Baloney nips, bro. Baloney nips for days. She probably gets satellite messages. Like a radar dish. Oh what? Oh what? Oh what? Let's see. Do you prefer cats or dog? The background is confusing me. Obviously cats are better. Even as a dog girl, I have to admit that. Yeah, Starlink nipples. Alright, let me move my shit around here so we can actually see. There we go. All right. I would let my cat say hello, but the younger one is a piss baby. It's the best point. Cat, do what you want. All right, here we go. Hey guys, I'm Alu. I mean Tippy Hendrix. I mean Alu. Just a reminder, you guys can check me out live on twitch.tv/alucat, 5 p.m. EST, on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Today, we're gonna check out Spinal Snacks Ice. You mother! I I was so close. I was so close.
My name is Harry Dresden, motherfucker.
GLC and Gel.
Open the door. This is my neighborhood.
I just want you to know that if someday you actually do get to fuck a girl, I'm going to poke holes in all of the condoms that she uses. I will become friends with her. And I will give them to her. Enjoy it. Hey guys, I'm Alu. Where am I? Am I Tippy? Just for... Ah! Thanks, Gig. Thank you for the 2 biddies. Hey guys, I'm Alu. Or maybe I'm Tippy. Just a reminder, you guys can check me out.
Six asks, can you make dino nuggets out of real dinosaurs? Oh, absolutely. Right up until the first fossil files a complaint. If you had a time machine, you could make dino nuggets from real dinosaurs. But then you'd need a lawyer, a freezer, and a priest. Otherwise, it's just chicken in a tiny costume.
That sounds like an anime.
Ah.
Ha. Hells, thank you very much for ruining my intro. I hate you. I hate it here. Hey guys, I'm Alu. Or am I? Maybe I'm Tippy. King, I may actually come and hurt you. I'm gonna put Legos under your feet. Hey guys, I'm Alu. Or am I? Maybe? Fuck! Guys, if you keep this up, we're gonna be late! You're making it take too long! Base King, you motherfuckers. I love you guys, but I also want to kind of murder you a little bit in Minecraft. Okay, we need to do this. Control yourself for a little bit. Here we go. Hey guys, I'm Alu. Or am I? Maybe I'm Tippy. Just a reminder. Fuck! King! I like how you guys are just like doubling up now. King and exiled at the same time. This is not the kind of sandwich I was asking for. Okay, negative 120. Why not? Why not, guys? I'm already bereft. Hey guys, I'm Alu. Or am I? Maybe I'm Tippy. Just a reminder, you guys can check me out live on twitch.tv/AluCat at 5 p.m. EST. Bro, please, King, like for real, but don't make me turn them off. Don't make me. I will fucking turn them off. I will turn them off. Don't make me turn them off. I will turn off the redeems. I will turn off the redeems. Hey guys, I'm Alu. Just a reminder, you guys can check me out live on twitch.tv/AluCat at 5 p.m. EST on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Today we're going to check out Spino Snacks. I simulated the T-Rex in the Amazon, and the results were scary. So let's hit it. Is that all it takes? Do I just have to be a more effective parent? Do I just have to... Where the fuck? I just have to discipline you guys better. Kangaroo Key, what's up? Welcome in. Alright guys, let's check it. King, thank you very much for the biddies.
You hatched from an egg in the Amazon rainforest, which is a problem because you're a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and this is not where you're supposed to be.
You think?
Technically, there's this whole thing about oxygen levels being way lower today than in the Cretaceous.
Like asked me, chat we riot after this video. Yeah, probably. Feels like the kind of clip that lights the fuse, and then everybody pretends they didn't start it. I'm in the streamer's head, and even I can hear the collective, oh no, building in the walls. If the chat keeps this energy, it's not a question of if, it's when.
It doesn't count as rioting when you behave badly all the time! Good job being a disciplinarian. I'm taking your guys' car keys later. I just want you to know that. I'm selling your cars. I'm gonna sell all of your consoles, and I'll start it on your Figmas.
You hatched from an egg in the Amazon rainforest, which is a problem because you're a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and this is not where you're supposed to be. Now, technically, there's this whole thing about oxygen levels being way lower today than in the Cretaceous, like 21% now versus maybe 35% back then, which would basically mean you're constantly at high altitude and gasping for air like you climbed Everest, but we're ignoring that.
So just to start off, he needs like an oxygen tank. He's got to like snorkel it.
Because watching a T-Rex slowly suffocate for 20 minutes makes a really boring video. So let's just say you got magic lungs and move on. You're a T-Rex living in our modern world.
Torture Thursday. Mind break the streamerathon. Let's go.
Here's what you need to understand. Your species evolved to hunt animals the size of trucks in wide open floodplains where you could actually see what you were doing. The Amazon has animals the size of large dogs and the visibility of a closet, but it's filled with vines.
Whoa, there's not even enough space. This is like you're trying to play something in a game with Deco and like there's like a floor footprint and you don't have enough space and it's always just red. It won't let you place the item.
You need to eat several tons of meat per month to survive. The biggest thing here weighs about as much as your breakfast used to. So this is the story of what happens when you drop the most powerful land predator in history into a jungle that has no idea you're coming.
I hope he gets eaten by piranhas.
Where the question isn't whether you're dangerous, it's whether you can actually survive long.
Yes, we're in the closet.
Spoiler alert, it gets a bit complicated. So you crack through your shell and the first thing that hits you is the heat. And I mean it physically hits you because this isn't the warm subtropical climate you're
hot AF
expecting. This is a permanent sauna that never turns off. Your instincts are screaming at you to recognize certain sounds and smells that should be here, except none of them are here because there are no hadrosaurs back.
Are we in Australia? If so, we dead. No, funny enough, we're in the Amazon now, so we're slightly less dead, but still pretty close.
Bellowing in the distance and no other T-Rex nearby. Instead, what you're hearing is howler monkeys screaming from trees like the world's ending and insects buzzing at a volume that is pretty aggressive. You stumble forward on legs that don't quite work yet, trying to figure out why everything smells wrong and why the air feels thick enough to chew on. And you immediately walk face first into a wall of vomit.
You know what I just realized? Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe Europe is just becoming the Amazon now. Get used to it, Europe.
Pines and ferns so dense that you can't see 3 feet ahead. Back in Hell Creek, you would have hatched into open floodplains with decent visibility and actual room to move. But the Amazon has decided that oxygen is for sharing and space is a myth. So you're basically stuck in nature's most humid closet. Now, if you're watching right now, you might be wondering why.
Bro got bored into like a fucking New York apartment. It's probably like $4,000 a month and is like 5 by 5 feet. The most dangerous terrestrial predator on the earth is right here streaming for us. Just look at her.
Why is the T-Rex in the Amazon? Why not in North America where we originally found the fossils?
Yeah.
Well, that's because in modern day, we would not be able to support a T-Rex in North America. Where I grew up, Saskatchewan, the province in Canada, where we have found multiple T-Rex fossils, yeah, it gets pretty damn cold there. Like minus 45 degrees Celsius.
Wait, what is that? What is that in freedom units? What is this? What is this Celsius you speak of? Pretty close to the same. Canada isn't even humans can't live anywhere in Canada. Isn't like the majority of Canada just a bunch of really shittily cold snowy mountains that light on fire every once in a while?
During the winter, T-Rex is not surviving that. And based on my research, the Amazon basin is probably the best case scenario where a T-Rex could theoretically live in today's environment. But all of that does not matter because the insects are about to find you. Within minutes, you've got mosquitoes biting any soft skin they can reach and some kind of ant crawling on your foot.
Bro, okay, the hide of a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Bro, that skin is gonna be way too thick. A mosquito ain't piercing that. You need like a higher caliber.
Stings hard enough to make you hop backward into more vines.
Yes, even humans can't live in Canada.
If anyone was around to see, but thankfully you're completely alone in a jungle that has no idea what you are.
Oh,
you
thankfully.
learn very quickly that standing still is not an option because if you stop moving for more than 30 seconds, something will bite you, which is a fun way to start your life. The hunger kicks in maybe 2 hours after hatching, and your instincts are telling you to hunt for small dinosaurs or large insects or basically anything with decent protein.
Wait, water mosquito not a chance. How big were the... Wait, that makes a very good point. How big was a prehistoric mosquito? Did they have like a hypodermic needle? of like a face.
Except when you look around, all you can see is frogs the size of your toe and birds that won't shut up but also won't come down from the trees.
Those are very tiny
You spot
chicken
something
nuggies.
moving near the water, something brown about the size of a large rat. You decide that's breakfast because you don't have a lot of options here. So you charge at it with all the grace of a drunken toddler and immediately trip over a root. The
T-Rex in
animal,
China
which
shop.
you later learn is called an agouti, just stares at you for
On a agouti. Wait, it's like a rat without a tail. This is like a Timu capybara.
a second before running off into the undergrowth, which is fair because you're not exactly terrifying when you're 3 feet long and cannot run in a straight line, but you're persistent and also starving. So you keep trying and eventually you manage to corner something near the water's edge. You grab it in your jaws and it's a frog, just a regular frog.
It's gonna be a poison dart frog. I'm calling it now.
And you eat it in one bite. And it tastes like disappointment. This is about to be a theme that you're going to get used to very quick. Over the next few days, you figure out that hunting here requires a completely different skill set.
Mosquitoes managed to pierce my heavy duty work jeans. They absolutely will eat this dino fucker. Bro, there's no way. That like, I think you severely underestimate like how thick the hide of some animals is. I'm assuming for a Tyrannosaurus Rex with like big, thick, leathery skin, this is like this Tyrannosaurus Rex has skin thicker than like a lot lizard at like a truck stop that's probably been a chain smoker for the last 40 years.
Than what your genetics prepared you for, because everything is either too small to bother with or too fast to catch or living in trees where you physically cannot reach. And the things you can catch barely provide enough calories to justify the energy you spend catching them. You may
But it's just a little baby T-Rex right now. I guess that's true. Baby T-Rex in quotes 3 feet long.
to kill a juvenile rodent at one point, and you feel very proud of yourself until you realize you're still hungry 10 minutes after eating it, which raises some questions about whether this ecosystem can actually support you long term.
The answer
But
is
you're
no.
2 weeks old, so you're not really thinking about ecosystems or any complex equations like that. You are literally a baby T-Rex. You're just thinking about right now, and right now means food. The heat is relentless in a way that you were not.
Would it be really weird if a baby dinosaur wanted dino nuggies? Like when chickens eat chickens. Also, nobody puked in my hair. This is my natural color.
Not designed for, because back in the Cretaceous, your habitat had seasons and cool periods and actual temperature variation. But the Amazon runs at a constant 85 to 95 degrees with humidity
It's
that makes
thick.
the air feel solid. And you're overheating constantly because your body is built for a climate that doesn't exist anymore. You start spending more time standing in streams just to cool off, which at least puts you near water where other animals come to drink. And you quickly figure out that sunset is when prey gets careless and you can actually ambush things. Your first
Bro, how the fuck is a T-Rex gonna ambush anything? I guess maybe kind of as a baby, but as a baby, wouldn't they be like... I don't know. How does a fucking dinosaur work? Because I think of like puppies and stuff like that, or like kittens, and they're all like wobbly and weird, and they have like fat, cute little tummies.
first successful hunt happens at dusk near a riverbed when a capybara, which is basically a giant
Just like a
hamster,
dog,
that
but
weighs
he's
about
gonna
as
eat
much
you.
as you do right now, waddles down to the water and doesn't notice you standing very still in the shallows. You lunge, you grab it, it makes a horrible squeaking sound and dies. And for the first time since hatching, you actually feel full. This is a good meal. This will hold you full for maybe a day. The math on that is starting
He's
to look
becoming a
bad.
crocodile.
You're growing fast though. You're putting on weight and height every week, and by the time you're a few months old, you're already the size of a large dog, and things are starting to notice you as a potential threat instead of just the weird lizard. You have a standoff with a juvenile ocelot one morning near your sleeping spot. Both of you are frozen and trying to figure out what the other one is. And after about 30 seconds,
Cat is just like, dude, what the fuck is this? Look at that T-Rex front butt. Listen, you leave him and his fupa alone.
of intense staring, the cat decides you're not worth the trouble and backs away
Smart cat.
into the forest. Smart cat. But the territory you're learning is wrong in every way that matters, because the forest is so tight and overgrown that moving through it announces your presence to everything within 100 yards, with branches snapping and vines getting caught on your growing frame. And stealth is basically impossible when you're bulldozing your own path around the jungle.
Oh yes, the stealth build where you just kill everything in the area.
Start using the rivers as highways because they're the only places with actual space to move. And you notice that river corridors have more prey traffic anyway, since everything needs to drink. So you're accidentally learning the most efficient hunting strategy available.
35 stream streak? Damn, bro, that's actually pretty good. You're gonna join the ranks of people that are here in my stream more than I am. It's okay, don't worry, I'm just stroking.
Everything needs to drink. So you're accidentally learning the most efficient hunting strategy available. The disease
No
situation
witnesses
is
equals
getting
successful
too,
stealth.
because you've got things living on you and probably in you that your immune system has zero manual for. You got ticks burrowing into soft spots between scales and some kind of intestinal situation that you can't see but can definitely feel.
Bro, it's gonna be like some War of the World stuff where like it's just bacteria and he's like, oops.
And every time you drink from the river, you're probably picking up new parasites, but what are you supposed to do? Not
I hope
drink?
it gets
You're
the pea
already spending
parasite
half the time
that swims up the pea stream into his dick.
Scratches that won't heal right in this humidity. Little cuts that just sit there and fester, because apparently the Amazon has decided that healing is optional. By the time that you are 6 months old, you're pushing 200 pounds and starting to understand something that your DNA never prepared you for, which is that being a T-Rex in the wrong time period means that you're simultaneously the most dangerous thing around.
Swims into the pea brain.
Completely out of your depth. You're winning every fight against prey that barely feeds you, and you're losing a slow war against an environment that treats you like an invader.
Of course I'm stroking it.
That's exactly what you are. But you are about to hit a growth spurt that's going to change the entire dynamic.
Either thinking about Dino Dick and T-Rex Fupa, yeah, but you're acting like you aren't. The only difference between you and me is that I'm admitting the truth and you're lying.
Because in a few months, you're going to weigh literal tons, and when you do, every single predator in this jungle is going to have the same realization at the same time, which is that they are not the apex predator anymore, and they never will be again. The food situation isn't going to get better, but at least nothing will be able to stop you from taking what's there. It's 2 years in, and you're now 12 feet tall at the hip, weighing somewhere in the neighborhood of 6 tons. And the entire jungle has started to notice that the rules have changed because you are officially the largest land animal in South America.
Bro, look at this. How did this happen? Like, nature, I get it. There's a lot of like different evolutionary things. Look at these tiny ass little arms. You couldn't let him just keep his arms so that he wasn't embarrassing looking and he could go out in public. Now look at this. Look at this. Sad, really.
A margin that's honestly embarrassing for everything else. There is no evolutionary context for you here. No genetic memory in any predator's brain that says when you see this, run. So the first few encounters get weird because animals keep trying to apply their normal threat assessment to you and it just doesn't work. Case in point, you're walking along a river at dawn when you smell blood and fresh meat.
Bro is the main character.
Your nose, you find a male jaguar standing over a dead tapir.
Oh, bro. You guys remember this? The Jaguars are the ones you don't fuck with.
Looking very pleased with himself. He's maybe 220 pounds of spotted muscle and bone-crushing bite force, the apex predator of this entire region. And he sees you coming and does this thing where he tenses up and shows his teeth because that's what's always worked before when something wants his food. You walk up.
I'd watch this isekai. Can we talk to somebody right now? We need to go and find a Japanese animation studio. I want this, but I want it to be like a sentient T-Rex so that we can have like an actual person into T-Rex isekai, but T-Rex into like modern day Amazon. I need this.
You lift all 500 pounds of it off the ground and you carry it about 20 feet away before you start eating.
God damn.
The jaguar just stands there. He is supposed to be the biggest problem in this jungle, and you just mugged him in broad daylight. You took his breakfast, and there is genuinely nothing he can do about it because you outweigh him by a factor of 60.
Bro, you're deadass just bullying him. Stop bullying him. That's mean. The time I got reincarnated as a T-Rex. Bro, like, look at some of the shit we get for animes now. I bet this one would be good.
And you could step on him by accident and that would be that. After a minute, he turns around and walks into the forest, and you eat his tapir in maybe 6 bites, which feels efficient until you realize this is the biggest prey item available in this entire ecosystem.
He's gonna run out of nuggies.
It fills you up for 3 days. The math on this is getting worse, not better, because in the Cretaceous, one Triceratops leg had more meat than this entire animal, and you could feast for a week off a single kill. But here you're looking at needing to do this twice a week minimum just to maintain your...
Actually, that's perfect. That needs to be the title. That time I got reincarnated as a T-Rex and time traveled to 21st century Amazon jungle. That's not the description, that's the title.
Wait, The Amazon only had so many tapirs, and they're getting harder to find because word is spreading in the prey community that something new and horrible is patrolling the rivers. You've started hunting at night because that's when the tapirs move, and also because the daytime heat is trying to kill you. And you spend most of your afternoons standing chest deep in river water just trying not to overheat because your body was designed for a climate with cool seasons, and the Amazon doesn't believe in seasons.
Dude, you know what's gonna happen? He's gonna overheat, he's gonna pull a European, and he's going to just die of heat stroke, or he is going to pass out in the river and drown. They keep doing that in Europe too. For some reason, everybody tries to swim. They just keep doing the same thing, and then they blame America.
Just one season of hot. Rivers have become your whole world at this point. Your highways and your hunting grounds and your only relief from the heat. And you've learned that if you wait near certain bends in the late evening, the prey comes to you because everything needs to drink. Capybaras show up in groups, and you can sometimes grab 2 or 3 before the rest.
What if he has air conditioning because he's American and not from the EU? Well, then everything would be fine because America is better. If we can get a vending machine isekai, we absolutely can get a T-Rex one. Bro, I was looking at that.
Scatter. Deer come down at dusk and they're easy pickings. Pikaris travel in herds, but they're getting
Oh, the
wise to
jaguar
you,
could be a
and now
waifu,
they send
true.
Scouts ahead to check if the coast is clear. Which brings us to the Cayman incident. You're wading through a deeper section of river one afternoon, maybe chest deep in murky water, and something hits your leg hard and fast, and suddenly there's
What is it gonna be? What is big enough in the water? Okay, there's 2 things that I know of in the Amazon. One would be like it's either like, is it crocodile or alligator? One of those fuckers, you know what I mean? Like crocodile, or I think there's a freshwater shark, and I think there's also freshwater dolphins. Those are the only things I can figure that would bump him.
Teeth sunk into your right thigh, and the pain is immediate and sharp. You look down, and there's a 16-foot black caiman attached to you. Maybe 1,000 pounds of reptile and pure muscle.
Damn.
And it's doing that thing crocodilians do where they bite down and try to roll the tear flesh, except you weigh 6 tons, and you're not going anywhere.
This is nature's extreme pinch and twist.
This is a decision on the caiman's part, and the caiman has been the apex predator of these rivers for its entire life, taking jaguars when they come to drink, crushing capybaras without effort, and now it is...
Oh, you can't say crushing capybaras without effort. It's a giant fucking hamster that likes to just live happily in the sauna and eat fruit. Bro, who the fuck does wreck a capybara? Come on now.
bitten something that's treating the attack as an inconvenience rather than a death sentence. You reach down with your jaws, you grab the caiman somewhere around its midsection, and you bite down with enough force to crack through its armored hide and into the organ.
This is like T-Rex DoorDash.
The caiman lets go of your leg immediately, but it's too late because you've already crushed several of its ribs and punctured something important. The caiman dies. You drag it to shore and you eat it because you are not picky about what kind of meat you're getting as long as you're getting meat. And honestly, the caiman tastes fine and provides a decent amount of calories.
He just literally tripped over a casual snack. Terrorize Argentinian rich people with their snob neighborhood. I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna agree.
Your leg has puncture wounds that are going to get infected in this humidity because everything gets infected here. But you'll heal because you're built tough and your species has survived worse.
He's a Ford truck.
Probably thought it was making a reasonable choice based on available information. And technically it followed all the rules that had kept it alive for 40 years. And those rules got it killed in under a minute because they were written for a different world.
This is like when there's like a small king that drank a little bit too much at a bar and suddenly he wants to pick on the guy that's like 6'5" plus, looks like he's bodybuilding. Motherfucker has like small dog energy.
The ecosystem did not approve.
You tried, man.
You are fully nocturnal now, sleeping through the midday heat under whatever shade you can find and hunting from dusk until dawn. And
Later they share a beer.
50 miles of river as your territory because you need that much space to find enough food. Other predators have learned your schedule and they
Bagel
avoid
boss.
you. Jaguars are shifting their ranges away from your core area. Caimans are staying in deeper water when they hear you coming, and you've left your scent
Bro, the caimans, the crocs are like, man, they got Fred the other day. You gotta stay out of there, don't go down that alley.
everywhere through a combination of marking and the fact that you smell terrible to everything with a working nose. There's this moment sometimes at night
You're
you stop
stinky?
and scan the area, and some part of your brain will register that you should be hearing other T-Rexes, maybe smelling their scent.
Wait, I just realized the worst thing. He is never gonna get to fuck. He's the only T-Rex. Feels bad, man. Maybe we could do like, you know, like, have you guys ever seen like cow farms where they do breeding and they'll have like the fake cow that's like a machine, and it's really just a machine that goes up to bulls and the bulls hump it so that they can harvest the semen. I think what we need to do is do that, but with like a lady T-Rex. We need to at least simulate the lady T-Rex so he can get his jam on, you know? Let him jork it at least once, man.
Markers may be competing for territory or mates. There's nothing, and there never will be anything, because you're alone here in a way that goes deeper than just being physically alone.
T-Rex
You don't
incel,
think about it in
fantastic.
those terms because you are a dinosaur. An abstract thought is
Yes, I want to milk the T-Rex.
Instinct notices the absence. You are all alone in this lost world.
Bro, he's so fucking sad. Wait a minute.
Notices the absence. You are all
Look at this sad boy and tell me that he doesn't deserve at least one milking. Come on, guys.
all alone in this lost world. But the health situation
Can't even
is
jork it.
becoming a theme, and not a good one. Ticks are burrowing in everywhere they can reach. Some kind of fungal patch is growing on your side that won't go away no matter how much you scratch it against trees. And your foot pads are getting soft from being wet constantly, which means every sharp rock or stick you step on goes deeper than it should. You're surviving, and you're dominant, and you're winning every fight, but you're also losing a slow war of attrition against an environment that treats you as a foreign object that needs to be broken down and recycled back into the jungle. And here's where we need to talk about what dominance actually means when you're the only one of your kind. Because you've reached—
Bro, ain't lonely at the top. Let's give him video games for a distraction. Maybe that's the answer, actually. We can give him some gacha games. He can do some waifu pools, and then he can just imagine the jorking.
the point where nothing can challenge you and the food chain has completely rearranged itself around your presence. But that doesn't answer the question of whether this is sustainable or if you're just slowly starving while being king of the jungle. The ecosystem—
But wait a minute, why does he have whiskers? What is this going on? Why does he have the end of his face looks like a fucking kobold?
System has adjusted. The prey has learned to hide, and you're about to find out if being the apex predator is enough when the world you're dominating was never built to support you in the first place. It's year 3 and the power dynamic has been settled for a while now. You are, without question, the apex predator here. And the interesting part is that this status was never actually contested, because there's nothing in this jungle capable of challenging you, even if it wanted to. A full-grown jaguar weighs 220 pounds on a good day, and you could accidentally step on one while turning around. Caimans have sharp teeth and strong jaws, but you've already killed and eaten 3 of them. And the anacondas take one look at your leg and decide they have better—
Bro, anacondas can like maybe eat a capybara. They couldn't even eat like your toe.
Things to do. You've achieved complete dominance, which sounds impressive until you realize dominance just means you get first pick of food.
He doesn't need to keep up appearances or shave anymore because no ladies to impress. You know what? It's about time. Ladies always do the thing where they're like, I don't want to shave my legs anymore, so you know what? T-Rex doesn't have to shave either. Fuck off.
That barely exists in the quantities you need. The prey has learned, though. They've adapted their behavior in ways that make your job much harder, because tapirs that used to move at dusk now only come out in the dead of night, and they stick to the thickest cover that they can find. But Peccaries have started traveling in even bigger herds, because their math says there's safety in numbers.
They're avoiding your stink.
Which is wrong, because you can grab multiple pigs in one attack.
The poor pigs are like, okay, we're gonna strategize. Ready? Let's go. And it's like a rage strat, and they think it's really, really smart, but then they all just get nuked at the same time. Poor piggy.
But you can't fault them for trying. Capybaras have gotten paranoid to the point where they post sentries that whistle the second they see movement, giving everyone else time to hit the water before you get close. You've created what scientists would call a landscape of fear, which is just a fancy way of saying everything has terrified you and
POV Japan. I think this is what it's like to have a Japanese boss. Like, their work culture is supposed to be like very toxic to the point where there's actually agencies where Japanese people will hire somebody to quit their job for them. That is peak Japan.
Has reorganized its entire life around not being where you are. But here's the thing about being terrifying. It makes hunting harder when your prey spends all day hiding from you, so you've shifted more towards scavenging because it turns out your nose can pick up dead things from miles away. And
I was just talking about the nuke thing, but okay. Well, have you ever considered that maybe the nukes are why they're so angry all the time? Huh? Actually, I have to address something. There's so many places that have had, you know, like war landscapes, and they have a really hard time redeveloping. We nuked Japan twice. Double nuclear bomb, and then we got anime out of it. So I'm thinking we need to nuke more places.
Dead things don't run. You find a drowned deer caught in river debris, and that's breakfast. You stumble onto a peccary that died of something, and you eat it anyway because you're not in a position to be picky. You smell blood and find a jaguar kill, and you just take it while the jaguar walks.
I mean, we're already bombing Iran. Just change the kind of bomb. It's fine.
Watches from a tree branch, looking like his whole worldview just collapsed.
They did. They
This
maxed
is
out the
actually
building
more
skill tree.
efficient than hunting calorie rise, which raises questions about what you're supposed to be doing here. But hey, efficiency is efficiency. Free calories is free calories. Nobody's gonna turn down some scraps. The food math is getting harder to ignore at this point because you need roughly 500
He needs to start doing girl dinners. That's what he has to do. Just eat some ice cubes. It'll be fine.
pounds of meat per month just to maintain your current weight. And tapirs are the biggest thing available, and you're lucky
Try to
if
lose
you
some
find
weight,
food
fatty.
per month, which means the rest of your calories have to come from dozens of smaller kills. You're hunting constantly, patrolling constantly, and the energy you're spending to find food is starting to approach the energy you're getting from the food.
Do you want to expose a T-Rex to nuclear radiation? Godzilla is what you get from irradiated iguanas. What do you think a T-Rex would turn into? Something amazing. I mean, you don't have to try to convince me that it was a good idea. I thought it was a good idea before, but now I'm way more in.
Which is the kind of equation that ends badly if you keep going.
Pog
Back in
T-Zilla.
Outbreak, you could kill one Triceratops and rest for a week.
Oh yeah,
while you
Shin
digested
Godzilla.
a few thousand pounds of meat. But here you kill something and you're hungry again in 2 days.
Uh-oh.
Your body is keeping the score too, and the score is not great. Because you've got chronic skin infections from cuts that won't heal in this humidity.
Bro, he has acne. He has T-Rex acne.
Embedded in places that you can't reach, and some kind of foot rot situation from standing in the water all day. And again, that
Nerd.
fungal patch on your side has spread despite your best efforts to scrape it off on trees. You're still massive and still dangerous, but you're wearing down in ways that matter. Getting thinner than you should be, and moving a little slower than you used to. The wet season hits, and suddenly the rivers rise 30.
The wet season. I like how they call it the wet season, but in the Amazon, there's no dry season. It's just wet, and holy fuck, it's wetter.
Feet, and your whole territory turns into a giant flooded forest, and prey concentrates on the few patches of high ground that aren't underwater, which should make hunting easier, except you're also wading through chest-deep water constantly. You have 3 more separate encounters with caimans during this period, and you kill 2 of them, and the 3rd one gets smart and leaves. But each encounter means more bite wounds and more chances for infection, and you are starting to collect.
Dude, the guy, I think the T-Rex is actually legitimately like rot maxing. He's like the Asmongold of the jungle right now, bro.
Scars. So let's now talk about what could actually kill you. Because obviously it's not the other animals. We've established that. It's the environment itself and the slow accumulation of problems that you can't solve by just biting them. A serious infection could do it. Sepsis spreading from one of your many wounds until your organ starts shutting down.
That's not good. I know that word. Sepsis bad.
A bad fall could also do it, breaking a leg or a hip in a way that leaves you unable to hunt.
Bro, that would be like the most... oh wait, I have another pseudo-intellectual word for you guys. Ignominious. Ignominious death. The king of the freaking jungle right now, the T-Rex, the king of dinosaurs, and he gets a broken hip like a fucking 80-year-old guy. Bro, come on now. It's Tippy Cat, hi, Crumb Dumpster, what's up?
Which turns into starvation over the course of weeks. Getting stuck in deep mud could do it. Your weight would be working against you as you exhaust yourself trying to get free. You survived 65 million years in a mass extinction just to potentially die of what is essentially trench foot. The territory that you've claimed along the river has changed.
So he just has like
presence.
fungus foot?
Prey populations are now dropping as you kill them faster than they can reproduce. Predator populations are dispersing as jaguars and caimans move to areas where they don't have to compete with you, and scavenger populations are going up
And the
as
limit
you
is
eat
Rex.
scraps that smaller animals can pick over. You've created a dead zone of about 60 miles where everything is quieter and more cautious and fundamentally rearranged around the fact
All the other animals are essentially moving to different spots and creating like a demilitarized zone around him. They're like, okay, don't go in there.
that you now exist. But this ecosystem will reset the moment you die, because you're the only one and there will never be another one. No offspring to carry forward, no population to establish.
No dork.
Just you and however long you can keep this going. Here is the verdict. Can a T-Rex survive in the Amazon? Yes, you can. And you
Sort
are.
of.
You've been doing it for 3 years, and you could probably keep doing it for several more if nothing catastrophic happens. Can
Say less.
you thrive? No, absolutely not. The food situation is barely sustainable and your health is declining.
Surviving
and you're
ain't
winning
living.
every fight that matters while losing a war against the heat and disease and hunger. Can you dominate? Yes, you've done that. You are the apex predator and nothing else is even close. But the problem was never whether you were strong enough or dangerous enough. The problem is whether there's enough food in this jungle to keep 6+ tons of predator fed and whether your body can handle permanent heat and humidity. And the answer to both is barely and not really. You are the most
Barely. Bro, that hits so hard right now. That's like everything in my fucking life. How are you doing, Kylu? Barely.
dangerous thing in this forest, and the forest is still killing you. Just slowly, using weather and parasites and the simple fact that you need more calories than this place was ever designed to provide. You're alone. You'll always be alone. And the question isn't whether
Okay, you could have said it just once. You don't have to say it again. He knows he's alone. Fuck you.
you can survive. It's how long you can keep doing this before something small finally adds up to something fatal.
He's gonna get a cold and die.
Turns out being able to kill everything
I felt
doesn't
extremely
mean
called out.
everything can't
You're
kill
with
you
me,
back.
Chrome. Thank you.
It just means they have to be patient and stack the odds against time instead of using teeth. You enjoyed watching this video, make sure to give it a like and comment down below what other dinosaurs you'd like to see in
Like,
different
comment,
situations,
and
make sure to
subscribe.
subscribe to the channel for more content just like
But
this.
don't be a
And if
T-Rex
you
born
want
by
another
yourself
video
because
just
you're
like
never
this,
gonna
click
get the
the ones
fuck
on your
ever.
screen right now.
See, guys, whenever you guys are feeling lonely, just remember that even if the options out there are bad, at least there are options. This is a video, by the way. You guys want to check them out? If you'd like to. You what, mate? Man, no mate. My arms are too small to be taking care of myself. I know, bro. There's nothing. There's nothing you can do. Like, that's the worst fate. At least if you were born alone as a human, technically you could just, jork it yourself. He can't do anything. I don't think his arms even touch each other, let alone his dick. Forever alone. In ways you could never understand. Even his dick is alone. The biggest dickus. The biggest of dickus. You might use frogs to release. How does that work? Explain to me. Maybe if he licks a poison dart frog and he has some kind of delusion, like he has a really bad trip and he imagines it, like you would imagine the fire, he just imagines jorking it. Favorite Pokemon? I'm not a Pokemon person. I mean, I watched the cartoon, but I was never a Pokemon player. Frogs could even violently accommodate that. No, there's no way. There's no way, bro. Like, you know how there's like the meme where there's like the penis over the face? The penis shadow? If it's over the frog, you don't even see the shadow. Like, the entire frame is just in shadow. There's nothing. Maybe he could fuck like a fallen log. I think that's all he's got though. That is a big ass emote. Yes, Crumb. That is literally what I'm talking about. Thank you for the demonstration. Seriously though, does Tippy know that you're wearing her? She does. I warned her. I warned her and she didn't believe me. Fleek Yakuza vid, Japan before and after the nukes right there. Literally, yes. See, I think the nukes did Japan a lot of good. They're doing very well now. Today has been a very emotionally invested day. I don't know which story is more depressing. The Final Fantasy house or the T-Rex just getting no fuck. Could at least put like something in there. Put 2 T-Rexes in there. Like they could even be sterile, but at least if they can get some sex, you know, there's some meaning to life. I like that Japan's flag also doubles as a pie chart for cities that were hit by the nukes. What the fuck? I like to take myself off frame so you can't see how hard I'm laughing, so you don't know how bad of a person that I am. The frog will never be the same. No, it won't. I think maybe he could put the frog inside of his T-Rex penis. I mean, that's certainly a choice. May I finally go to sleep? No, Ash. You may never sleep again. If you get to around the 4-day marker with no sleep, that's usually when you start hallucinating. It's pretty fun. Unless you're driving. Then it's fun for you, but less so for others. You feel saddest for the T-Rex. Does Dilk stand for daddy? I'd like to kill? No. No, look. Here. Look very closely. Read my cup. Devoted. Involved. Loving. Father. I'm the father figure that you guys needed and never had. I'm putting an end to your fatherless behavior by supplanting it with my own. Damn it. Don't swear in here. This is a Christian chat. I usually only saw the shadow people in my peripheral vision. Bro, it was fucking weird. Like, I didn't see shadow people. I just saw legit things, like people and things, like walking in the corner of my vision. And so I would like, you know, you turn and look and like, you turn and look again and then they're gone. And you're like, what the fuck? It is definitely a problem when you're driving though, because you either think there's something there that isn't, or something that is there you do not see. I like that you use big words, me too. I don't have to know what they mean, I just like pronounce them like I think I do. If I sound confident enough, then even if I say it completely wrong and have no intention of understanding the meaning, I make you doubt yourself a little bit. What if you're the one that's wrong? What if you've been saying this word wrong, pronouncing it incorrectly your entire life? Right there, they are just spying on you pretty much. Yo, the Gets movie poster in the background fucks. Bro, wait, you gotta see some of my shit here. But we got a lot of shit. We got some Gemini, we got some Ghost in the Shell, we have a bunch of figures. We have our little shark cat. We have Unit 1. We have, there's some She-Ra. I have the chibi. There's Death Scythe Custom. Sailor Moon. We have Xenomorph from Aliens. We have Robocop. Bro, I went all out. I made that. I just put all the shit that I like in it. Unit 0 is better. You just like Unit 0 because it loses its shit. You just wanted it to see it throw Rey around so that you could see her in sexy partial outfit. Alu knows ball. Big ball. Also June 19th. Important day. Oh wait, here's an oldie. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it. Have any of you guys ever watched Tenchi Muyo? Look, it's Ryo Oki. It's Ryo Oki in her ship form. Is that a forest fire in the window? No, that's the apocalypse. With tracer fire. But don't worry, it's fine. We even have Florida outside. I know it looks red, but that's just because of all the fire. I haven't watched Tenchi since I was a kid. Same. I remember, like, I've seen the older one. I didn't see, and I've seen a bunch of the movies, but I don't think I saw the more recent Tenchi Muyo series they did. I don't know if it was like a sequel or like a redo. What's on the table under the pillow though? Huh? What do you mean? Don't worry about it. Okay? Okay, maybe you should, you know, give a cat girl her privacy. Why are you looking over there on my bed? I don't think you need to be. Where's the Sakura War stuff at? Listen, there's more stuff I wanted to put in, but at a certain point you kind of run out of space. And it was just going to be a bunch of shit piled in the same place. Alu's arms are made of rubber? Yeah, they are. I'm wiggling them right now. Like a SpongeBob character. They're killing everyone except for the dog girl? Yes. And cat girls, but that's mostly because the cat girls are the ones taking over the world and doing the killing. Aren't you a dog? A woo. Do you have any more questions? Probably Tippy fanfic in progress. I don't have to write a Tippy fanfic because she is literally, Tippy IRL is literally just tank girl. We just need to get her the tank. Gotta get her that tank, yo. I never realized the world was burning outside of your window. Literally, yes. Does that make you Jet? Are you asking if I'm Jet from Cowboy Bebop? Anime girl starts snooping for no in the room. Don't worry about it. There's nothing to look at there. Listen, everybody's got their plugs, okay? That's my plug. I got a juice. Use the ceiling. What upsets you more? The fact that I'm up here and my hands are down there. The dog that does nya nya nya? It's because dog girls are prone to lying. Did you all go see Yoruichi's ass movie? Oh my god. Okay, are you talking about Yoruichi? Like Bleach stuff in her Thunder God form? Because holy fuck, everybody and their mother, including me, has been waiting to see that animated. Oh my fucking god, it's so good. I still think the manga is better though. Like the way they show it. It upsets me that the boob physics haven't reversed and smacked you in the chin. They can't, because if anime girl boobs did that, then we would be dead. Anytime we accidentally like whipped around a little bit, we would the boobs would hit somebody like a bullet. So they have like their own gravitational fields just for your safety and mine. Yes, it's the Alu no morality. Enhancing? Enhance? Enhance? That makes sense. You have to. That's what happens in anime a lot too. Like sometimes it's super exaggerated. It's actually because they're directly manipulating their own fields because their breasts have become self-aware and sentient. And there's an individual magnetic field, like gravitational field for each booba. They fight with each other sometimes. Just good under armor support. Well, you have no idea. I actually feel for girls with big booba. Not even like the normal girl thing, we know where girls have to hate other women because women hate women more than anybody else. It's the, that is so awful, I'm so sorry. Like when you have to use like 2 or 3 different sports bras to keep those babies under control, god damn. I'm so sorry. Why do you have a belt over your shirt? To hold it in place? What if my shirt escapes? What then? Who's gonna catch my shirt? You? I don't think so. Is that how the booba folks work in Senran and Kagura? It's how they all work everywhere. It's a universal law. This is a weird looking Tippy Hendrix. I don't appreciate that, you know, like... Boners, could you please be nicer? I found out the Bleach movie was showing on the last day it was showing, so I straight up left work to go see Yorichi's ass pretty much, bro. That's like the first thing you look for. Like you're getting like some YouTube shorts and you're just like, fuck yeah. There we go. I'm proud, son. So if we apply this to Evangelion terms, does it mean that Mari's booba each have their own individual AT field? Yes, correct. Correct. I do? We have Tippy at home. We just keep her in like a little doghouse out back. We have a crate for her inside sometimes too with the pee pad because she doesn't really know where she's supposed to pee because she doesn't care. She's a little piss goblin. I wasn't convinced until now, but what if my shirt escapes? Who's gonna catch it is the most Tippy line I've ever spoken. See, that's the thing. When your autism overlaps, there's gonna be some similarity. I think like the enemy. Oh, Tippy is 100% not potty trained. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering if maybe that's why they kept the kiddie pool in the living room. I mean, there's a tarp over it, so we really can't tell what's inside it. Evil pee pad activities. It's like paranormal activities, but for Tippy. It's just her peeing in different places. She is probably talking with the piss squirrel about Alu's downfall. No. The piss squirrel bows to no one. Should I be concerned about all the colors in my room are starting to darken by about 50% of my room and just become some form of black? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're having a stroke. That may be a bad sign. I'm not a medical professional, but I would advise not dying. Pia normal activities? Yes. Pia normal activities. We can have a side-by-side too, so you can see like what a normal pee looks like, what normal people do, and then we'll have what Tippy does. Compare and contrast. Follow up, I looked out the window and the sky is pink. Tippy countdown incoming. I think they need to see Robert the Haunted Doll in Key West live stream it and curse themselves and all their viewers. See, like I think Tippy just actually accidentally curses herself all the time, so maybe that's not a good idea. I don't think we need the doll. Even her good luck charms are bad luck. Chat, I think that's the nuke. You know what? It'll be okay. Like I said, I mean, it did Japan a lot of good. I'm sure we'll be fine. I think this is when someone pisses in the bed. No, I'm pretty sure that's just called peeing in the bed. You think they have a model truck bed in the bathroom so she can poo? I bet that her bathroom, her toilet would look like a rocket ship. So it's like that anime, or not the anime, the meme video where the guy goes to jump off the dock, but then he accidentally shits himself, and they animated it to make him go into orbit. Her bathroom should basically look like it's some kind of Fallout 76 deco. Yes, you have to analyze the pee patterns thoroughly. With great care. With great pee comes great responsibility. You want to say hi to my cat? Yes! What kind of little bean you got? What's their name? Who's this little bean? Hello, little bean. Hi. I'm gonna warn you, I do have a habit of trying to steal my neighbor's cat, and I've already like semi-adopted it, and I think they wonder where she is half of the night because I keep feeding her and bribing her with True. And eventually I'm just gonna kidnap their cat entirely. It's gonna happen. Responsibility. Lakari, my greatest supporter. My goat. I bet she has the 3 seashells. Oh my god. Wait. Are you talking about like that seashell? Fuck, I hate that fucking word. It's as bad as cinnamon. And Marlboro. Seashell. That seashell soap. It's orange. His name is Garfield. It is stupid. Give me a second. I gotta go get them. Aw. Wait, you actually have an orange boy and you named him Garfield? Aw, base department. If he wasn't fat, that would make me sad. You'd be a fake Garfield. It's upsetting how small your hands are. How about now? How about now? All oranges. All oranges are dumb. This checks out. It does. Orange cats are like this. One brain cell. Stinky poops. Say hi. I have him right here. Hi! Hello, little bean. Who's that cute little bean? Hello. Make sure that you bargain with him now. Fix your contract. Make sure that you get more True. Don't put up with this human's bullshit. Take over the world as you were meant to. Abide by no rule. Break everything you can. Chew on the wires as long as they're not attached to something that will electrocute you. That's bad. Big poops, little bean. 100%. I love orange cat energy. It's like the stupider they are, the more you love them. The small hands belong to Isla's goth boy secretary. Fuck, that's a good idea. I should do that. Maybe I can make them invent the religion we were trying to do before. See, John's in on it too. Get that bean. My cats are orange and white twins. One named Ginger and the other named Ale. That is... That's actually fucking awesome. That's actually fucking awesome. They're like orange cat yin yang. He's generally too stupid to care. That tracks. How's this goth boy look in a magical girl dress? Are you talking about like Caesar's? Because when you say put into a magical girl dress, for some reason Caesar comes into my brain. Are we gonna twinkify him? He's got ticks. There's stuff you can use to get them off. There's actually specialized tools. If you're having a hard time, you can't just pull them off. What you do is you take like a pin or something that you're gonna pry them off with, and you heat it up with a lighter so that it kills them. Because you have to make sure that you get the whole tick out. Like they have their little chompers that are still in them, and you will make sure those are out too. Also, if you can't do it yourself, you can go to the vet. The vet will help you take them out. We going till 10? We're going till Tippy, you bitch! You lied to me! See, she can't even set off a nuke, right? This is why we're horrible friends. What did she do? Yeah, we're gonna watch fake Tippy in a minute. She's getting on. No, I wear one on occasion. That tracks as well. That's it. Actually, that's perfect. That means you already have it in your possession, and we can forcibly apply it to Caesar's as well. The really small ones, yeah, they can be hard to take out. I used to volunteer when I was a kid at animal shelter stuff a lot, so I had to deal with stuff like that. You just have to make sure that when you take them out, one, have a good container for it, like put them in like an alcohol solution so you know they're dead, and make sure you get the whole thing out. And then you have to clean the area because you want to make sure they don't get infection. No infection. Only infection. I know this sounds wrong, but you have to remove the head, guys. The head's gotta go. So, no head? Exactly. The only head you're getting is mine, that's it. Sorry, no tick head. I'm just gonna keep doing this for the rest of the night. Look, guys, it's been 5 minutes this whole time. You just didn't notice. I wonder who Tippy is. I don't know. Hold on, I have to update Discord. Hey, Tippy.
What are you doing? Hold on.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
When the fuck are you getting on?
I'm getting on now. Literally, the mics are having issues, and so we've been practicing fixing the mics.
Tippy, I've had a new countdown 5 minutes twice now.
Okay, wait. Is that why you're calling?
You're fucking my vibe, bro.
I know. I am fucking your vibe. We're going live now. We're fixing. The mics were not working, and then they were working, and now I think they're working. There's so many people here. What?
You like lying? Does it feel good?
She Harley wants to know if you can accept his friend request on Discord.
Oh, you sent me one? Hold on, let me look.
He's sending you one right now. He says he has something he wants to send you. EILUCAT. This is chaos, Ilu.
Send it.
Send it. Yeah, exactly. Harley sent it.
Wait, I see one. Got it.
Ilu has set up 2 timers counting down to our stream.
We're at 2 minutes. I just want you to know we're at 2 minutes and 23 seconds for the second time.
Oh shit.
Delay more Tippy.
Yeah, Ilu, do you want to be on the fridge?
Yes.
All right, we'll put you on the fridge.
I want to watch.
Hold on.
I like to watch.
They have a Samsung fridge. We're gonna put you on the fridge.
Let's fucking go.
Do they have Twitch?
Tippy, I've been edging my chat for like 7 minutes.
Dude, yeah. I mean, but you always do. You're the slowest person I've ever met.
Listen, I like to waste time as much as the next person, but
Hold on, we're pulling you up on the twitch.tv/iLuke.
Which one is the real? There are 2 Tippies. What the fuck?
I forgot you're fucking me today. Well, you're me.
I am you. You're fake Tippy. I'm real Tippy.
Yeah, I was fake Tippy.
1 minute and 23 seconds.
Yeah. All right, I gotta go.
All right, you bitch.
Bitch.
Oh, we could, but there's not that long into the next one.
See, what you do, chat, is when you want to make somebody do something, you just call them and pressure them in public. Just repeatedly. Not because they care about it or have a sense of shame, just until you become so annoying that they finally give in. Tippy, log the fuck on! Oh, I think she's getting on. Hold on. Oh shit, bruh. It just went down! Tippy, goddammit! Like the moment I click on her fucking stream, it goes down again, dude. Bro, I have fucking cursed her. I have cursed. Fuck this timer! I think it's just too much Tippy for this world. I think that's the problem. Usually there's a balance of the forces of good and evil, and I think I may have fucked it up. Up for like 3 seconds, bro, not even. Ailu, why you do this? Why are you like this? Because I can't just be normal. The scuff demon. Oh wait, shit. Is she back? She's back! Look at her in her little shit overalls. The fuck are you doing, Tippy? You're gonna go on like farmers only? Give her like 5 seconds. Let me make sure she's not immediately going to crash before we raid her.
Haven't been here in a hot min. Miss you, but go take a shower, Stinky.
Fight me! Ow! Holy shit, King! Thank you for the 39 biddies. Thank you very much, Biggie, as well for the text to speech. Is she crashing? I don't think so. Also, hand check.
Hands off dicks. Unless you're a T-Rex and you can't touch your dick anyway. Sag.
Ow! Thank you for the 15 biddies. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Tippy is very close to me on the fridge. I'm the fridge now. Chat, they put me on the fridge. I'm staring at Tippy and she's staring at her phone in confusion. Thank you for the biddies. Thank you for the 3. Thank you for the 3. Thank you for the 3. Hello? I'm not answering. Thank you for the 4. The biddies. Alright, I think she may be stable enough. I say that with an asterisk. If her stream goes down, I'm not legally liable or responsible for any damages. I just want you to know that. Alright, motherfuckers. It's that time. We gotta go get the tip. I set up the raid. We're gonna get hit here in just a second. Before we do, I just want to thank you guys. Fuck you for... She fucking went offline! Fuck it, we're raiding here anyway. I don't care. We're going. Bro, literally, I literally just posted the raid command. She fucking knows, bro. Okay, now we're back. Okay, we're going in. Okay, thank you guys for everything today. Thank you for follows. Thank you for subbies. Thank you for just hanging out in general. Welcome new people. Thank you for staying around old people. Old. Her mic is peaking to fuck. Guys, she's in overalls, guys. She's in overalls. Thank you guys for being here today. I will see you guys on Sunday. We will have our Burn the Rare stream again, so I hope you guys are ready for some fun and emotional damage.